Hello and welcome to Rulis Legacy. I'm not nervous at all. I'm Flato Chaos. Uh, you can find me on the Twitch. No, this is the Twitch. You can find me on the TikTokies and the Discordies, which we will link in the chat soon. Welcome! Yay! I had more planned out to say, but nerves got to me. I'll pass over to CGL to talk themselves up.
Hey guys, how you doing? I am Crazy Gamer Lady. You can really find me mainly on TikTok. I am also on ADH Adventures every other Saturday for unlicensed magic war crimes. So feel free to come by and watch us there. Yeah, and that's really the only other places you can find me.
On to A Drop of Beauty.
So I'm a drop of beauty. Most people know me as either Nefeli or Yori. You can find me here on the occasional Friday nights and now Wednesdays. I'll be playing Django Mesprit. On to Harpin.
Hello, everybody. This is the Keep on Harping here. This is the one and only place you can find me, as this is my very first live stream session that I'm super excited to be playing with these awesome people that invited me to join them. So, and I will be playing Remy Homewood. Is just a character, you'll love him to death. And I tag Tris.
Hello, everyone. Let's breathe. You don't need to be nervous. You're doing great. My name is Tris. You can find me on Twitter sometimes, and the TikTokies, as it were, at Tris_Joy. And I'm super stoked to be playing with everybody here. I mostly do a lot of more behind-the-scenes stuff here on Mayhem, and excited to be doing this game more weekly.
Speaking of the wonderful things that Tris does, on Erectune Rising, which happens every Friday on this Twitch stuff, she's made the amazing backdrops for that. I made these ones because I wanted to surprise her. I think they look decent enough, but
I think it looks phenomenal, and I'm loving it. Like, I keep looking at it like, oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't see that either. Like, it looks so great.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I was doing that too.
But yeah, she's an amazing person / creator, and we love her very much on this channel. But yes, we have Erectune Rising every Friday. We have Little Plant Gaming done by the wonderful Rit on Mondays. So that's more of your playthrough stuff. She's doing Final Fantasy X at the moment. And yeah, we'll have this on every week. So feel free to give us a follow. I'll finally go and get my stream link so that I can post the Discordy in the chat. Where is the Discordy? Also, I've started uploading all of our episodes to the YouTubes. So you can find us on there as well. Yay! Let's get started, shall we? Oh, also, you will see we've got one space filled at the moment. We're unsure if Amata Beloved will be able to arrive for any of the session, but if she does, when she gets here, we'll give her a second to talk herself up as well. So, on to the game. Welcome everyone to the land of Rulis. A combination...
Wait.
Yes?
I apologize for interrupting. Someone just knocked at my door.
Okay, go. Just mute yourself while you go check it. Or I will. So, welcome to the land of Rulis. A mixture of floating islands, both big and small, as well as some still land-bound nations. You all come from different areas and clusters. Tris, you come from this beautiful little island village. For a time that you can still remember, it floated on its own for a very long time, until it made a deal with a larger island so that it would have more regular trading. But the theming and the wonderful connectivity of your home island is still very rich in family and belonging and a wonderful place to be all around. You haven't been there in some months, but even that, you know that you're able to go back at any time, and you will be welcomed with open arms, and probably also a warm meal waiting for you. Whereas someone like Sophie, you come from one of these land-bound nations where, because of the nature of it, there is more fresh fish and more livestock trade, and it feels a little bit busier, and the situations that you find yourself in are both strange and mundane all in one. Jaina, I think I should actually say there. Your home at the moment, for the very least, has been ships. Various ships going either by water between land-bound nations or by air. Being able to fly and experience and find knowledge of things that you're wanting to find. Today, you've been on this particular island. It's smaller in nature, and despite that still has a decent library. Your ship docked the night of, so the night before, you arrived at night. You found a tavern that seemed to be basically empty, and you've been staying there until now in morning time. So would you like to describe your character?
Jaina is not overly eye-catching, if you will. She's just a fairly normal-built woman. She looks like a normal woman, except for she's got a little bit of just a hint of a goldenish hue to her hazelish brown eyes. She has very light, grayish purple hair, and she just has a studious face. Just she's always watching the surroundings, but not for enjoyment, just to study, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
She's about 5, I think.
What was that? The audio cut out for me.
I think she's 5'5".
5'5", yeah. So, not diminutive in stature, but also not tall. Jaina generally tends to blend in with the crowd, giving you more of a chance to people watch. That being said, as you come down for breakfast this morning, there is no crowd to blend into. There is only the barkeep at the moment, and one solitary table at the very center of the room aside from the bar. Where would you like to go and sit?
She would go take a seat at the bar.
Fantastic. What do you want for food, Mom? This bartender is a Loxodon, clearly of some age, and has really not woken up this morning very much.
Eggs and flapjacks will do just fine.
Excellent. Boy! Food for the we've had one guest. Make enough food for more, and I will eat the rest if need be. Food! You see a much younger looking Loxodon stick his head out and kind of what food? Food! And then he just kind of shrugs and disappears back into the kitchen. The bartender goes back to cleaning a solitary glass, This glass appears to be the only glass that he's been cleaning. The rest of them that are behind him just kind of covered in a fine layer of dust. No one's been here, staying here regularly for a while. On to Sophie. So, Sophie, you've been... You're not very travelled, as it were. Like, you do travel, but it's not the main thing you've been doing. You've mostly been spending it with your family. But 10 years ago, this crazy cat thing appeared in your life and has molded it for something different. You and Remy have recently taken a ship to this little island that the name currently escapes you. It is just a stopover for your boat trip at the moment. But the place that you guys were planning on staying has unfortunately shut down its kitchens. So you're just you've been perusing the places, and you've come across an inn that seems to have been forgotten by time. But as you enter, there is a single guest, a Loxodon, and Sophie, would you describe your character, please? Or Remy, can you describe your character, please?
But of course, Remy walks in, boots, leather boots, chin against the hardwood, wearing a trench coat, some simple but looking nice tailored trousers, but wearing what looks like leather, a tight-fitted leather chest armor, leather chest armor that has clearly been customized with this metal, the studs you'd normally find on leather armor. These have been made into filigree to look like filigree across nice chestnut-colored armor, breastpiece and everything. It looks like filigree leaves across it, of black leaves of metal and everything. And as he walks on in with his black fur, pointed ears, and what looks like I can only describe as the kind of characteristics you'd see on a tiger stripe, white tiger stripes across, as it patterns across his face and his head, with vibrant, catching amber eyes, as what looks like about half the size of a standard human, a bipedal, cat-like person walks in, wearing a trench coat, a dark, well-furnished. The chest plate, the leather breast comes up to the collar, by the way, splits off in the collar. You see a little bit of white of a fleece of some sort of shirt underneath coming out a little bit. Cuffs tailored to that fold back over, and then the fleece comes out, or I apologize, the lace comes out from the shirt as well, a little bit as well. And also wearing a hat, a black hat that folds over with a feather coming out, and the feather is interesting. It looks like there's some long metal piece that's stuck into the back of it, that sticks forward through it with a point, and the feather has little blue at the base of it, of the feather, but then flashes with a dark ruby coloration to it and everything.
So a very fancy lad.
Looking fancy. looking fabulous. But there is two noticeable things on him. You see two chains dangling from him. There's a pocket that's built into the leather above one of the metal pieces. Looks like pocket, and there's a chain that dangles. This one is a light silver, but then underneath the trench coat, you can't see what it's hanging, but there's a little loop of a chain that looks like a black chain hanging. You just see the bottom end of it that doesn't touch the ground. It doesn't hit the ground, but it just hanging there. You can see it just under barely the chain of the trench coat.
Lovely. And following you in, Sophie.
Oh, darling sister.
Hold on, I'm almost there. So, following our little cat folk is a almost 3-foot little woman who is a woman. It's a halfling with with blue eyes, brown hair, lightly tan, like she's been out in the sun a fair amount of times, but not enough to actually make her tan. And she's wearing common, she didn't feel like dressing up clothes. Only one person felt like dressing up today. But she is trying to keep up with with Remy, since he loves to get where he's going and she likes to wander around and look.
So, looking at the pair of you, some may assume that it's a noble with their servant rather than sister and adopted brother. But you guys somehow make it work with your repartee. But as you enter, the Loxodon who is behind the bar looks up at you and says, "I was right to order more food. Food! What do you want?" And he's just generally speaking to the pair of you.
Well, dear sister, would this place be satisfactory to your needs and requirements?
Well, yeah, all of them did. You were the one who didn't like them all. Said they weren't to my taste or something. What do you got?
This place is charming.
Food! And drink, if you require it.
Oh.
Why don't we have
Very
pancakes and eggs?
Boy! Food! I'm making food! Food! And then he goes back to cleaning his glass. Are you guys sitting at the bar with the one other guest that is there, or are you sitting at the main center table?
I'm gonna sit at the bar.
Okay.
And I, of course, join my lovely sister.
Okay, so Jaina, I keep pronouncing the I apologize. This very fancy lad and not so fancy lady, come and sit next to you. Are you interacting in any way, or are you just waiting for your food?
Morning.
You sort of cut out in the beginning. We couldn't hear it.
She just said morning.
Hi.
Oh, good morning.
And with
How are you today, miss?
So far, I've woken up, and the day seems fairly peaceful so far. So I am well. Yourselves?
Well, I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking, dear lady. And seems to be a pleasant day. Found in this quaint inn to suit our needs.
Jaina, could you please roll me a perception check, please?
One thing I forgot in the description. I apologize. One thing I forgot in the description. He has a rapier.
Okay.
You can tell he's wearing a rapier at his belt.
All good.
Nice.
Jaina, what did you roll? 20?
22.
22. Lovely. You can you can hear an identical set of snoring. that no one else can hear.
Oh, lovely. Can I tell where the location of the snoring is coming from?
One set seems to be sitting very close to the back of your head, whereas another set seems to be somewhere, like, possibly sitting in your boot.
Seems about right.
On to our last person of the day. Shadow, as part of your work, you're very adept at finding locations to hide out. And in this brief stop-off that you and your companion have been taking, you notice a tavern that's clearly either got some sort of curse on it to be generally ignored by the populace, or is just like one of those hobby projects for the family that works in it. They don't know you're here, but you've been staying here for the past couple of nights. Just kind of hanging out, waiting. Your companion, as you can see, is sleeping in a bed that you've commandeered. And you hear chatter for the first time in the time you've been here, coming from downstairs. What would you like to do?
How did I get in? Did we come in through a window?
So you will have come in the front door when it was lights out. The door was not locked, and you could hear the loud snoring of a Loxodon, and the less loud snoring of another Loxodon, who you can presume are the patrons, the owners of this place. Yeah. The whatever the word I was looking for is. So you will have just entered, but you in particular, probably having gone out for errands and stuff, will have exited through a window that is in your room.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I will get dressed and go out the window and come around and go in the front like I'm just coming in.
Lovely. And as you come in, if you'd like to describe your character.
Yes. So I am about just right at 5 feet tall and covered head to toe in like shockingly white fur, except for the tips of my ears and my tail and probably my paws, which I'm not wearing shoes. I just have my feet. And am a person-sized, upright walking cat type person. So I'm going to be in good company here. I'm, however, wearing a bright teal top and a set of like a shorter jacket and a set of like half skirts, so it's like the skirts in the back but not in the front, and then like knee, just lower than knee length pants that are all like a crushed velvet red. And I, from the top of my head all the way into my shirt, you can't see any further, is a white tipped in gray mohawk.
Love it.
And strapped to my sides, I have on one side a rapier and the other side a short sword.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
So
and I will walk in.
So you enter and you see the Loxodon that you've heard lumbering around this place, still shining that one single cup. And three people seated at the bar. There are two chairs left, one on either side of them, and there is also a center table, which is the only table in the bar, with 6 seats around it.
Okay.
Would you like to take a seat?
Maybe. What is the room number that we have commandeered?
You have commandeered room 3. So it is on the back of the building, looking over the alley behind it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, when I walk in, does the Lexodon have any reaction to me at all?
So he also looks up at you and goes, I was right to get more food. Today's a busy day. Food!
Yes. Well, you're as shocked as I am, quite frankly. Yes, that would be great. Thank you very much. And I'll sit on one end of the bar.
Okay, lovely. So, you are all seated at the bar now. This Loxodon kind of looks in disbelief that he's got so many people in his bar. And you are free to chat for a minute.
We're waiting on food. It hasn't come out yet.
It has not come out yet either. You can hear it cooking though.
So, anyone else wondering why this place seems so abandoned?
I don't really think about stuff like that. It's kind of sad when you do.
Fair enough. I'm just more concerned that the food they're going to bring out to us is on plates that are at least one of them is clean and perhaps not the rest.
Well, if they're as unbusy as they seem, they've had lots of time to clean plenty of things, I would think.
Yes, but if you look over there, there's exactly one cup that is clean and the rest very much dusty.
Yes, well, dust and other things are, well, different. Barkeep, a little, and I kind of gesture towards the glass. Whatever you have.
Whatever we have coming right up, that would be coming right up. And he turns slowly, and he puts the glass that he's been polishing down, and grabs every bottle. So that's about 10 bottles of drink that he's got on the wall, and starts pouring a little bit of each into the cup.
I knew it! Suicide alcohol drink. Oh my god.
Because you asked for whatever he had, and he assumes that means everything that he has.
As I watch him, like, go down the line of the smile on my face just gets bigger and bigger until I'm, like, barely containing my laughter.
After a moment...
I'm stifling. I'm holding my paw, my third hand up, and
he turns back around, hands you the glass, and goes, "You paid already, didn't you?"
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. This looks quite unique. Is it a full, like, pint glass size?
It's more like a drinking glass size, but it is like full to the very brim. Like you're going to have to take a topping sip to make sure you don't spill it when you pick it up.
Wonderful. So what I will do is because I've got my own glass here, I will put my face down to it and start to do that sip, and we'll pick it up and keep it on my lips and then just drain it.
Fantastic.
I will make a con save if you would like.
I will get you to do a con save because that's fucking hilarious. And I'll also let you have a chaos die for committing to the bit.
I love it. It's beautiful. And I was jokingly meaning a con save for my upchuck reflex, not necessarily my drunkardliness, but whichever you'd like.
Let's roll me one and we'll find out.
As Sophie's looking, all she's thinking is, she's not gonna wake up.
And I'm just like, if she survives, I'm gonna be impressed. And I might get one.
I'm sorry, this is gonna make a really big chunk sound.
That's all good.
Ooh, that is a 16 plus things.
Nice.
I don't know what my constitution is.
Keep the success
New character,
going.
who dis? 18 total.
you have been in worse dive bars and you have drunk worse quality of booze than this. You're pretty sure at least a couple of those bottles were just the exact same thing because there's not much differentiation in it. But you can tell that it is strong, and someone with less of a less used to being in different locations and experiencing life probably wouldn't have handled it quite as well.
I love it. It's fabulous.
Anyone else want any drinks? At this stage, the Loxodon has picked up a second glass and has started polishing a second glass because the first glass is in use.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I'm hearing my son screaming bloody murder. I will be right back.
Okay, all good.
My good man. I will have one. I will have a drink as well.
What
Good
would
Scotch.
you... Scotch? Scotch.
If you have one.
I will see if we have any scotch. And he turns in like a full circle. Like he doesn't stop moving. He just does a full circle and comes back to you and says, "We do not have any scotch."
All right. Well then, I guess I'll just have what the lady had.
Excellent. And he does a turn and starts pouring the drinks. As he starts pouring the drinks, the younger Loxodon comes out with plates of food on a very large tray. And he goes, "Oh, so there are people here. Cool. Here is, I just made, eggs and bacon and pancakes. Was that a toast? Like, is that what you guys wanted, or?"
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh, that
Cool.
works just fine,
Cool.
young lad. That works just fine.
Granddad doesn't really order properly, but, he hands out a plate to each of the people sitting there. And it looks really decently good. Like, it's not bad food. The plates are clean, as is the cutlery. It's clear that the son at least takes pride in his work, where his grandfather is, like, not completely with it. But yeah, it seems like it's decent food.
I keep having to stop myself from mimicking your Loxodon grandpa accent. I have to keep stopping myself. I want to do this.
It's bloody amazing.
That's great.
I love it.
I
so
absolutely love it.
The younger Loxodon does look over and is like, "Did you guys just say whatever you had when you asked for drinks?"
They did.
They did.
Okay, in future, if you don't want whatever concoction of weird shit that is, just ask for mead or water, or ask for the younger Loxodon and I'll bring you, like, some juice or something. Grandpa just cleans the glasses.
I'll take some juice, please.
Awesome. Would you like anything?
I'll have some meat, please.
Oh, good. It will be a silver piece each. I don't know if he's been charging anyone, but, like, it's fine. You've been staying here, haven't you? Talking to Jaina?
Yes, I've been here a couple days.
Okay, so, yours is covered in your tab, but you guys just, like, a silver piece if you want to or not, I guess. I don't know how we still have this place, but I'll go get your drinks. And he exits out the back again. At this point, the older Loxodon has turned around and has handed you your drink, and if you're downing it, I'd like you to make a Constitution save as well.
If I'm downing it.
If you're downing it, if you're just taking a sip, I will describe, like, the experience and you can decide if you want to, but...
You know what? I want to hear. I'll take a sip, not because I'm not afraid to down it, but because a little more refined in my flavor and stature. Curiosity.
It feels
So I'll
like
take a
you're
sip.
being stabbed in the tongue with alcohol. And then that kind of fades into a vague kind of, "Oh yeah, no, this is a drink. It's clearly designed for someone bigger than you.
I didn't think about that side.
Because, like, he's a Loxodon, and you are a very small cat person. So this alcohol, like, normal-sized folk, such as Jaina or Shadow, it's gonna be strong, but it's not gonna knock them over. For you, it feels like if you had chugged it, it would knock you flat on your ass. So it's probably good that you didn't do that. But after taking that initial sip and feeling it kind of stab your insides, the flavor kind of drifts into, like... Your brain acknowledges that you're drinking something and it is technically a drink, but it doesn't give you any information other than that.
Oh, this is like some Everclear combined with moonshine shenanigans. Oh God.
Pretty much, yeah.
This. I'll let all my tongue registers is alcohol, not taste.
Not even alcohol after that first, like, punch. Like, after it stabbed you, it just goes to, this is a drink. I am consuming something.
It's a bit early in the morning for practicing first aid, but do let us know if you need it.
Oh, how kind of you, dear lady. I will be taking this easy on this one. Given my stature, this might well knock me on my ass.
It seems the other one has already been knocked out.
Actually,
Upon saying that, her eyes immediately open.
Apologies, my son took a knee to the nose on the trampoline, so I needed to go make sure he's okay.
Oh.
Ouchie.
You almost came back. Almost. You were half a second off from perfect timing.
Okay, apologies. What did I miss?
So, the younger Loxodon has come out and brought everyone their food and said, don't ask for drinks from his grandfather because he can't be trusted. If you want to drink, ask for him. And the Loxodon gave Remy the same drink he made you, but Remy is a much smaller cat, and the description was it felt like he was being stabbed in the tongue with the drink, and then his brain kind of switched everything off in his mouth, so it, like, he was registering that he was having a drink of something, but no flavor, no profile of anything. It was just acknowledging that you were consuming something. So he only had a sip, which is why he didn't have to do a con save, but...
So when he goes to take a drink of it, I will have gone, oh, yeah, oh, never mind, he'll learn.
But yeah, this is a drink clearly designed for people who are not small. But...
I don't know, I question that it's a drink designed for people, but...
Yeah, this is true.
Right? Well, I turned after... I did hear you after doing my initial... You see me stop at a sip. And then I turned... I have my reaction, as the Fed DM described it. See this? And I glanced over at Shadow, and much appreciated. I definitely wasn't attempting to challenge you in your downing of the drink. Very impressive, considering what I just tried. Now, but I thank you for attempting to warn me. Very kind of you, dear lady. Thank you. And oh, I do apologize. My name is Remy Hornwood, at your service, and this wonderful, charming, delightful lady over here is my darling sister, Sophia. Sorry, Hornwood. May I ask your two ladies your names?
I looked at.
I'm looking at both
sorry.
Jaina and Shadow.
Yeah, Jaina, do you look human?
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly with the ears and stuff, but I mean, it's D&D. Okay. I kind of look at you, trying to judge if you're gonna go or not.
She will also look at you, judging if you're going to go or not. She'll like, you're not.
Sorry to sum up.
Oh, by
His name
means,
is
either
Remy.
one.
My name's Sophie. How are you?
Yes.
Doing
Go for it.
after me. We are
My
all to
goodness.
fight for our own good. I'm
It
doing
would
well.
seem.
Thank you for asking. My name is Jaina Masprid.
That's a
Thanks,
really
Lady
pretty
Jaina.
name.
Miss Brit. Lovely, charmed. Absolutely charmed to meet you. And
Well, Miss Jaina, it's
usually-
lovely to meet you as well. My name is Shadow, and, well, people generally call me Shadow. And, well, Nora should be along here in a little bit, but I'm not quite sure where she is at the moment.
You do not look much like a shadow. You look more like a feline.
Is this Grandpa?
Yeah.
Who's still polishing a glass?
Yeah. So he's onto his third glass now because you are using the two that he has already polished.
Would I have a concept, DM, of approximately how much staying at this inn would cost?
It would probably be maybe at most a couple of silver a night, but he hasn't been, well, obviously he hasn't been charging you, but he hasn't been charging anyone anything. The younger Loxodon did come out and be like, drinks are like a silver piece if you want to pay, but also if you don't, Granddad hasn't been getting you to pay. So, like, it's basically free because he forgets to charge, but it is not actually free.
Okay.
Can we give a shout out real quick to Cregain for the amazing comment of drink design for Warforged only?
I will take that as a compliment.
Good job, Creed.
Oh, and the next one was great. The next comment was great too. Yeah, it's good for cleaning.
He's the
That was
best.
Oh god.
But yeah, it should be a cup, like maybe 3 silver for a single room each night, but but he hasn't been charging you, so.
So I will after grandson goes back and it's just granddad there.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Hold on. Don't get excited. Don't get excited yet.
Too late.
I'll pause. I'll wait. It's okay. It's actually
I
kind
wait.
of perfect timing with what I'm about to do. So
I wait with bated breath.
Yay!
yay!
The whole group cheers for Amelia.
Well, duh.
Why
So
wouldn't we?
we'll do a quick test. Amelia, can we hear you? No, we cannot.
How about now?
Yes, we can hear you
They
now.
hear you.
Unmuting helps.
Lovely, wonderful.
So, as the younger of the two Loxodons come down, Amelia, you have been traveling with Shadow for a couple of months now, since everything. And she's very good at finding you places to hide in. You have been staying in this inn that is, like, covered in dust, and you're staying in a room that's very dim. It's got a window, but it looks on a back alley. It's not the kind of accommodations you're used to, but you know that you're safe because you've got Shadow with you. For the first time since you've been here a couple of days, you hear chatter from below. Shadow has left the room, presumably to go survey downstairs, and she's left through the window, and then you can hear her talking downstairs. What would you like to do?
Well, following Shadow's lead, I'll probably leave through the window as well.
Oh, good. It's a pretty
Awkwardly, but she's taught me to do that, and I trust her. So.
Yeah. So you drop out the window, and then it's not a very short drop. This is a very squat, and like you are technically on the second floor, but it's like it's jumping distance down. So you go down and around, and you come in through the front door. You can see at the bar, there is an elderly Loxodon who you have been hearing the snoring of every night for the past 3 nights. There are 3 people seated at the bar along with Shadow. A halfling woman, a slightly humanoid-looking woman, and a shorter tabaxi man than Shadow is. The tabaxi is dressed very finely, and the other 2 are kind of nondescript in their dress. So, Shadow, I'll let you continue as you were talking.
Yeah, so right before she walks in, I was about to get something out of my coin purse. And then as she walks in the door, I turn to look at her and say, absolutely impeccable timing, kind of quietly to nobody in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Nora, my dear, over here. We have food, I think. Right?
Yes, you've been delivered.
Lovely, I'm starving.
You've been delivered pancakes, bacon, eggs, and toast.
I wasn't sure how long you were going to sleep, so perhaps the table would be in order, because I'm sitting at the end of the bar and
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick up
Come and stand awkwardly next to you. Just take a
I'll
piece
hand
of
you
bacon from your plate.
Yeah, I'll like pick
shit.
up my plate and walk over and go, grandfather, another helping here for our friend would be excellent.
Yes, of course. Boy,
Thank you kindly.
food. You need. Does someone want a refill, or is there another person? Food. A younger.
It's another person. It's another person.
Thank you. Shortly after, he comes out with a plate and is like, kind of looks at you standing there and is like, one moment.
Oh, sorry. Table.
Oh, you're going to the. Yeah, cool.
Yes, please.
I can just move the chair. Okay. And he takes the plate over to the table. And then comes over and is like, do you want me to move your plates, or are you gonna move your
I had already picked up mine
Okay.
to start going, so I just follow him.
Okay, great. So he takes you over to the table to sit. The 3 of you, are you staying at the bar, or are you moving to the table?
I'll move over to the table.
Cool.
I'll go to the
Well, I was gonna not be presumptuous, but
So,
coming, dear sister.
so you have
Sophie doesn't care.
So-
I love it.
Shadow.
Sophie knows no strangers.
Shadow, you kind of, like, start to move as if it's just going to be you and Eleonora moving to this table. And then suddenly this group of people that you've said maybe 5 words to, all get up with their plates and drinks and follow you over to the table. So there is,
You've made friends.
Well,
I'd like to
I'm
think so.
surprised.
Hi, I'm Sophie.
I'm surprised as you are, quite frankly, my dear. Yes, this is Sophie and Jaina and Mr. Remy.
and also,
Pleasure, I'm
sorry,
sure.
while we're at this point, Eleonora,
Indeed, a
I forgot to get you to describe yourself, so if you would like to describe yourself.
Perfect.
Yes. So you see a taller-looking young woman in a black dress that has seen better days. It looks a little dustier than it probably should, and she's got dark, kind of curly hair with a little purple on the edges that match her purple eyes.
And how tall would you say your character is?
Probably taller than everyone here.
Yes, I was about to say that the tallest we've got so far is 5'5", I believe. So
Then yes, yeah, she's taller than. She like kind of stoops a little bit because she's trying to not make herself too big and imposing. She's kind of curled into herself a little bit, but she still stands at least a head above everyone.
which is fantastic.
That would be 2 bodies over me. And my darling, my
So
darling sister.
just a height check. We've got Sophie at 3'3", I think you said.
Roughly, yeah.
Jaina is standing at 5'3".
5'5".
5'5", sorry. Remy is...
I'm gauging at approximately. Oh, hold on. If I'm trying to be a little more accurate. Oh yeah, 4 foot.
4 foot. And Shadow is...
5 foot. Yeah, 5 foot.
Yeah.
She stands nice and straight. Maybe 5'2" with her mohawk.
So it's a group of really fucking short people, and then you, who's probably standing at like 5'9"-ish, or like...
Yeah.
So the closest you've got is 5'5".
And she's trying to blend in, so she's trying to not be that tall, but it's not working.
But yeah, you are literally...
in this crowd, it's not working.
You're literally 4 inches taller than the next tallest person of this group. But obviously the Loxodons are a little bit taller than you, but they're bar people, so they're not part of your section.
So apologies, Remy, you're slightly taller than your sister.
Yes.
She's 3'3"-ish, he's 4-something-ish.
Okay.
So, yeah. Shadow's made friends with a bunch of short people.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Why not? Friends, sure.
Hey, Sophie has decided you are her friend. It doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah, I'm screwed from here out. Shadow's more perfectly polite. She doesn't say anything like you guys come and sit and stuff, and she just kind of gives Eleonora a look and is like, okay. And forgive my terrible manners. This is Miss Eleonora.
She gives you sort of like a little half curtsy as she sits down. Pleasure, I'm
Sophie just,
sure.
like a 10-year-old, waves. Hi!
And I'm her brother, Remy Hornwood. A pleasure to meet you, Miss Eleonora.
I'm Jaina. Good to meet you.
And I'm Boris!
Hi!
Hello!
We have to keep him!
I'm Boris.
This will become the tavern.
You
Our
say that.
tavern.
You
Yes.
say that. But as I said, this is a stopping point for most of you. It's not.
I know. That's why I'm so sad.
This is
We'll
just your.
mark the island on the map. You'll be fine.
This is just your starting location.
I have navigator tools. I have a navigator set. I will mark this down.
TM, can
Yes.
you give me a general idea of how far away we are from my island?
You're at least like. Probably about 2 weeks by airship. You've been traveling longer than that, but part of the travel has been stopping and waiting for things to pass and planning your next move. So yeah, about 2 weeks.
And
direct
I'm
flight.
98% sure that you said, but my ADD brain forgot it. Are we landlocked or are we on an island?
No, you're floating at the moment. You're in a floating island.
Okay, we're floating. Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry.
Sits down, is now the same height as standing height of everyone else. Just read that in the comments. That's fantastic. But yeah.
I stand atop my chair. No.
But I'd like everyone to make perception checks, please.
Oh no.
Just as you sit down at the table.
I just got home. I didn't test my dice yet.
Ooh.
14.
I am rolling hot tonight. I'm gonna pay for it at some point.
15.
Sorry, perception.
9.
Yes.
26.
Nice.
Ooh.
Rolled
Keeping
an
you
I
eight.
rolled a 9.
And Remy?
That would be a 16.
16. So, Remy and Shadow, you both notice, as you sit down, the briefest kind of tinkling noise. Kind of like an alarm. And then it dissipates.
Can I tell direction?
It kind of goes off as you sit at the table, as if sitting at the table was set to alarm someone of something.
Okay. This is something that I would know because I've been hanging out with you for at least a little bit. Ms. Eleonora, do you have, like, magic knowledge? This is something that, like, I could be like, hey, what do you know about this thing?
Maybe?
I mean, it depends on how much you've shared with me, I guess. But
DM,
Yes.
would I have an inclination?
You can
as
roll
to potent-
you can roll an Arcana check.
Yes, I will.
So
She's got some idea of magic, but not a lot.
are either of you sharing what you heard with the group?
I don't know anything right now.
Okay, you rolled in that one?
I rolled a 4.
Yeah, no, you just think that you're hearing shit.
I'll look
What is
at
that
when-
what is that devilish noise?
when I hear it. I look pretty sharply at Nora, and I'm guessing she gives no recognition. And I just go like this.
So Remy will have. Did you comment out loud? What was that? Just like you said that. What is that devilish noise out loud?
I did say that out loud.
Okay,
Yes.
so Sophie, you at least have confirmation that one other person heard it.
Is that weird
You mean
devilish
me?
noise in my ear?
Yeah, sorry, Shadow.
That's okay. So I do that to Nora, and then when he says that, then I turn and go. I was wondering the same thing.
Are you hearing that as well?
Yes, no one else? Just now
Yeah.
when we
Heard
sat
what?
down. Just now when we
You
sat down,
hear-
sort of a ringing, and I kind of nod to Remy, like
Yeah.
getting his support, like
Slowly,
ringing sort of alarm sound.
slowly as you are talking, the door swings open.
Front door?
Front door.
Okay.
And in comes some heavily guarded minotaurs and orcs.
Heavily guarded by what?
Heavily armed, sorry.
Oh, okay.
So
How many?
there are 6 of them that you can see. And then there is one gnome behind them who does not seem to be who does not
amazing.
who does not seem to be wielding anything.
Do they have any sort of insignia? Do they look like town guard?
They don't have any visible insignia. Roll me insight.
May I do so as well?
Yes. Anyone who wants to roll the insight can roll insight here.
You know what? I'll
7.
I'll-
I know nothing.
21.
Okay, lovely.
Mm,
So, if
21.
you...
I actually would like to get a gauge, not so much about insight as much as I'd like to get a gauge on the appearance of the gnome.
Lovely.
If possible.
So, what did you roll for your insight?
Oh, do I need to roll insight or perception for that? I'm looking to more gauge.
Yeah,
his
roll
appearance.
perception then. For those of you
Oh.
that rolled above 10 for your insight,
There we go.
you guys will know that the town guard have a very large insignia that they wear on their chest plate, so it is like branded into the metal, as well as they normally carry shields with it on it. These guys have nothing. They have no identifying features, so they are not part of the town's guard.
DM, that was a 19.
19. Fantastic.
No.
This gnome looks like he is purposefully designed to look unassuming. He does have a book strapped to his hip.
I thought as much. A small smirk goes across my face.
Do you say that out loud, the I thought as much? Apologies for interrupting.
No, that's all good.
No, it's fine. No, totally fine. Very quietly underneath my breath. So I think low enough that you might. I would think the perception check might be in order, or your passive, if your passive is high. I think.
My passive perception.
But it was a
18.
Yes.
Your passive is an 18. You definitely heard me. You
How
definitely
close
heard
are you to me?
You're all sitting at one table, so it's not a large table, so it is kind of like.
You know what? I'm sitting right next to you.
So
After
I'll
all, we
kind of out
both
of the
did.
corner.
We both did share a drink. We both shared a drink at the bar. So,
That is a bonding experience. I'll say out of the corner of my mouth to you. Do you know who the hell this is?
I lean over, and under just barely loud enough for her to hear, if she heard that other comment. No, but actually, DM, do I recognize this person?
Roll a history check for me.
It just occurred to me. I don't know. Let's see. This is not gonna go well. Oh, okay, not bad. A 14.
No, you do not know who these people are.
I don't know the bastard. No, I don't know who he is, but I would be wary of spells, perhaps.
I was already wary of the 6 enormous gods, so wonderful. And I'll kind of straighten back up to face whatever is happening.
Okay, so as they filter in, they're clearly pretending like they don't know each other. But the problem with the location you're in is that it literally only has the one table. So as they kind of filter off to each corner of the room, there's nowhere for them to be going to. So it's very obvious that they're kind of trying to very subtly surround you all. What is there anything you guys would like to do before we roll initiative?
Shit.
I'm going to very quickly finish my juice.
Priorities?
Yeah. DM, there is a little thing that I need to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Because I forgot, because I'm not used to playing Wizard all the time, and I have this spell. Would it be okay to say that my familiar is maybe perched on a little thing outside and will answer to my call?
Because we haven't discussed it yet, I'm going to say you haven't summoned him for the day. Because you've been on ships, so you didn't really need him. But
it's not familiar, but no, I understand completely.
Yeah.
I understand completely. Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm not used to having a familiar. I'm not used to having.
That's
defined
perfectly
familiar
fine.
self. So,
But in future, we'll say that you have summoned him, unless like. But because we hadn't discussed it before now, he's not around, or he or she is not around.
Wow. I never added my equipment to my character sheet. Should
Sure.
never played.
hey, I forgot about a familiar that I have.
So
I'm right there with you.
So, you finish your drinks, you kind of sit in anticipation. Let's just check your character sheets for a moment so I can find something that, I'll answer my own questions. Where is the languages? Oh, it's
I'm
over
pretty
here.
sure it's under proficiencies in languages.
Proficiencies in
Yeah,
languages,
yes.
yeah.
I was looking at.
You asked, I'm just
she's
saying.
like, I know this.
Okay, so
We love you, Flight.
I have 3 of your character sheets. Do any of you guys speak Minotaur that I don't? So Remy and
I didn't even know Minotaur was a language.
Eleonora.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know it was a language either.
It is a language, and it's
a language.
It is a language that I always pick.
Good to know.
Really?
Yeah, because you never know
I'll
when you're
remember
gonna
that
need
for-
Minotaur.
I'm gonna remember that for every
Minotaur.
campaign I ever play with you again. I'll remember that.
I will always have Minotaur in my character sheets as one of the languages that I pick, because I just think it's fucking hilarious that, like, of all the languages you could learn, you're going to learn fucking Minotaur. Like, I may not have Elvish, but I'll have Minotaur.
Deep speech is usually mine.
Amelia, did your thinger go off again? Sound go off, or were you just talking very quietly?
Talking to myself.
Okay.
No, I was just saying Minotaur sounds like that. When you have to learn a language in school, so you pick a random one because you're like, that sounds fun.
That's exactly
When am I
it.
going to use this?
Well, you hear a very guttural mooing, is the best way to describe it, from one of the Minotaurs to another Minotaur next to him, and you can tell that he's kind of annoyed. About what, it's not very clear, because obviously you don't understand what he's saying, but it seems like it's in your the group's general direction of, like, this isn't right. But
Do they have like a standing order of this is their table and only they can sit at this table?
are you saying that out loud?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh yeah, what do the Luxodons look like? Do they look like they recognize these people?
The teen Loxodon is nowhere in sight. The the grandfather Loxodon looks as if he hasn't registered that more people have come in. And he's still just standing there cleaning a glass. Like, there is nothing going on his face. But go on.
Sus.
No, go ahead. But
So,
okay, then I will stand up, address everyone, but particularly the gnome, and just go, "Pardon me, my lord. I'm so sorry. It seems that we've taken the only table in the space. Can I offer you a seat, good sir?"
no, we're here. Well, we are here for someone in particular, but unfortunately our orders were not exactly accurate. Although we are willing to allow you all to give yourselves up freely before we do this, if you like.
Is there anyone in particular that you're looking for? Perhaps we can help you find them.
We were told that there would be 2 staying at this place, and yet there are 5.
Oh, forgive the confusion. We're not staying here. We've just popped in for a rather lovely breakfast. I would encourage you to try the pancakes if you have the chance.
They're really good.
I'll try the pancakes once you are all reasonably detained. And he pulls
Detained,
out
whatever for.
he pulls out his book, and I'd like you all to roll initiative.
I just did a count and realized that I totally did not have another spell.
9.
Hold.
I'm missing an entire spell slot. But I did
I'm
not
so
another
terribly
spell
sorry my
slot.
son came in and needed a band-aid, so I got distracted. What are we rolling for?
Initiative.
Initiative.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
She has started the mayhem.
Looks like your son already rolled initiative.
Jaina, what did
He's
you
7,
roll?
He always wins.
9.
9, okay.
So DM, question with initiative. How do you like to take initiative when we do?
I will just ask you what you rolled.
Okay, cool.
Normally I'd be more thingo about it, but I'm trying a new initiative tracker, so I'm just gonna ask you.
You're fine.
But
I just wanted clarification.
all good. What did you roll?
Oh, a 31.
Fuck.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
did I just hear 3 and 1?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Oh, this is a great start.
Eleonora, what did you roll?
I apologize. Let me
10.
just get
Lovely.
rolling. Where's my roll? There's my roll.
Sophie. Whoop, I put an N in your name. Sophie, what did you roll?
I rolled a dirty 20. So.
Bad guys 1. Bad guys group 1, I should say. I'm not saying they rolled a 1. I haven't rolled yet.
Did you say 31 initiative?
Correct.
Yes.
Even possible.
Though it's clearly possible.
I can explain it to you if you'd like, but it is legal, I promise.
And
It's legal, I promise.
Legal, says the rogue.
Remy, what?
No, I believe you.
I mean, to be fair, I'm only eight points below her at a 23.
Well, it
I
helps
have a
that
+1 to my initiative, which I am perfectly fine with.
my initiative bonus is a double digits, so it helps.
What was the feat you took to get that?
Yep, correct.
Yeah, I liked having that feat. I really liked having that feat for a character once. It was awesome.
No.
I don't tend to do things halfway, in case you're wondering.
I dig it.
I'm good with it.
I guess I'm using that one instead of what I wanted, but let's try cultist instead.
Apologies, I'm not dying, I promise. I just had COVID, and so I'm still getting over the lung thing. So that's all. No big deal.
It's okay. I've had it twice. So much fun.
Yep, this is the second time I had it too. It sucks.
But it always sucks less, like the second time around.
Okay.
And that was so funny because it didn't for me. The first time around was much easier. This time was awful.
So.
Sorry, DM, go ahead.
No, you're all good. I just keep saying so that my brain will get back in gear. Up first is our dear darling Shadow. Obviously.
As if there was any doubt.
Yes.
Wait, Shadow's first?
Shadow is first. do.
Have they made, so did they make moves to, I'm sorry, my son came in. I'm so sorry, everybody watching.
It's fine.
It's family. Anyway, did they make moves to like pull their swords out or something like that?
The wizard has clearly, the gnome wizard has clearly, like with that last thing, kind of grabbed his book. So the others are about to follow suit, about prepping themselves for fighting.
Okay, how far away from me are they?
They're probably no further than 10 feet.
Okay.
For any of them, this room is very small.
Okay, and he's in the middle of these big guys?
He's in one of the corners, but he has got a behemoth of a minotaur standing next to him.
Next to him, okay. Is there any way for me to get behind him without evoking an attack of opportunity?
Yes, but you would be trapping yourself in a corner.
Okay.
Nobody put Shadow in a corner.
Okay, and
How dare
just to clarify with like rules and whatever, because technically you can only hold an action, you can't hold a movement, and that holds for your DMing as well, correct?
Yeah, if you want to hold a movement instead of an action, you can. I'm not going to stop you from doing that, but it would mean that you wouldn't be holding an action.
Okay, that's fine. And I'm so sorry, remind me, does it take an action to draw a weapon?
No, that's just a free action.
Okay, I will draw my my rapier, and I would like to hold I guess it's not that big, so I don't even need to dash. I will hold my movement for any aggression on their part, like coming and like trying to attack anybody or anything. And as soon as somebody starts to try and attack any of the six of us, I want to move to behind the wizard.
Okay. So up next is Remy. What are you doing, mate?
So she's now right behind.
I
haven't moved yet.
She hasn't moved yet. She's standing up.
Okay.
But is just kind of readying herself with her weapon out.
Copy.
I would like to point out that the gnome is probably on par height-wise with most of you, whereas the minotaurs are only really on par height-wise with Eleonora.
Oh, I know that I have to do this to look at everybody in front of me, except the gnome, who I am staring down right now because I know what he's about to do, because I am about to do something similar.
Mm-hmm.
As I push back my coat, and holstered underneath is also a book that you see, and so that our lovely fellow players can get an idea of what this looks like, and I will describe for our viewers. I am going to and if you work for me,
if you chuck it in the general chat, we'll just encourage people to come join the server, and they can then look at it in the general chat of Rulis Legacy. So I will.
That is why it's not working, because it's better if I do it from my phone real quick.
Absolutely.
General chat. Absolutely, I will put it in the general chat. What you guys are seeing is what is my spellbook looks like. As you see me pull, you see holstered, and I got a few more images. This is what it looks like when it's closed. As I pull it out, the bottom is what it looks like when it's closed, but it's a darker blue than that. And that gemstone you see, that round gemstone, is actually a dark ruby red that matches the color of the edges of the paper. It matches that color. But when you look inside, as all of a sudden I pop it open, and for the audience, what you see me, I pull out this book that the spine of the book is encased in metal with diagrams and different ornamentation. And as I open, right before I open the book, a clasp on the side pops open without me touching it, by the way, as well as this hinge, this metal, what looked like decoration on the front cover of it, all of a sudden pops out, opening almost as like it was a part of the locking mechanism. And then the book opens up in my hand and floats above my hand without me actually touching it. After I does its initial opening, it floats above my hand. The edges of the pages are all in a ruby red. A gemstone on the front circular begins to pulse with a light. It's a dark red at first, but almost pulses with like a light bit of light from it.
And what spell are you casting?
Yes, I know. I need to get to that point eventually.
Doesn't matter.
long
The
as you
book is
understand.
so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's so wonderful. Now hurry up and do your shit.
No,
You
it's
said
just
it, I'm
it's one of
just-
those anime girl transformations.
Oh,
Yeah, I just have a really
Wait,
badass
what
book.
happens?
Eleonora, what's your health?
Oh no, we love that question.
No.
I think it's 40.
Okie dokie. And Remy, what's your health?
47.
47. Lovely. Continue your description of your spell. I just needed those numbers.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna start out with first off casting a chromatic sorry, I'm looking at the wrong spell, Jesus. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do that. Sorry, I'm actually going to start out by bring out a little bit of firepower to this, but in the form of acid. I'm gonna cast Milf's acid arrow at that damn gnome.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if you cast Fireball, I swear to God.
All that's left is that one
No,
Loxodon cleaning a glass.
I would.
He's not
never.
noticed.
Sorry, I have to do a quick refresh on my page for D&D Beyond. I apologize. It is requiring me to do so. WTF? Why is it not?
I would also like to impose a disadvantage on that attack roll when you get to that. As the Minotaur next to the gnome is going to use its reaction to try and shield the gnome.
From an acid from
Is it a... Well, it's...
It's a spell.
It's a spell attack.
Yeah, when you see a creature attack a target other than you. So yes, a spell attack still counts.
So I, honest to God, am trying to prepare this spell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's saying, and it's not showing up in my prepared.
That's fine.
I'm not
Just
sure
look up
why.
the spell's rules, and you can do it from there.
Okay. I really think I thought I had another second level spell to choose from, so I don't know why it's doing that.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually not super heavy damage, but it does damage over 2 rounds,
Mm-hmm.
so it's nice. I believe that it was a 4d4 for the initial. Just double checking that.
Oh, so it's not a attack roll.
Let me just double check that. I don't want to speak wrong. Towards the target, a shimmering green arrow streaks towards the target as all of a sudden this bubbly green liquid shows up above the book, bursts into a spray of acid, Make a ranged spell attack against a target. Yes, I have to make a spell. Which is going to be a d20 plus 5.
Rolled at disadvantage.
Okay, I really haven't used D&D Beyond system.
That's fine.
Don't you dare get that started. Don't you dare start that.
I didn't start it. I know what you're talking about.
So I'm just gonna roll the d20 on D&D Beyond, and then I'm gonna just add the plus 5.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, that's gonna be a total of damn it, disadvantage. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Rolling another one. First roll was a 19. Second roll is a 17.
17. Let me check. Where's my stats?
This wizard better not have above a 17. Freaking armor class at this level. So help me.
He does not.
I did a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so that's going to be 4d4. Okay, so what's going to happen on hit, target takes 4d4 acid damage immediately, and then the next turn, at the end of its next turn, it will take an additional 2d4. On that, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Rolling. Wow, actually, it's a pretty good roll for 44s. That's 13.
You see the sorcerer go, frickin'! And the Minotaur kind of, in Minotaur, kind of apologetically, at the gnome as if, sorry that I didn't fucking catch that. But, yeah, you hit him, he's annoyed by what you've done, but, he's not down for the count.
By the way, I then use my movement to go, leap onto one of those bar stools, and jump over the bar.
Roll dexterity for me, please.
Now, this is a roll I can make with...
Acrobatics.
Yes! I would gladly do that. And I have advantage on all acrobatics. My feet.
Nice.
Thank God, because that first roll was a little terrible for someone with as much dex as I have. The second roll was a 17.
17, you managed to, you do kick the chair down as you're climbing up because you nearly feel like you miss it, but you manage to kind of tuck and roll and get behind the bar.
And I think I'm grateful.
So, Sophie, it is your turn. Your sound is not working if you're talking.
I'm just muted.
Okay.
So, Sophie is did not think of what she was going to do during her turn. So, I think she is just going to...
A pair we make.
So I think she's just gonna hold her action, and if somebody comes towards her, she will attack with her short swords.
Lovely. So it is now the bad guy's turn. And by that I mean the guards. So where's my little encounter builder? So we're gonna do... Okay, so, the first Minotaur is going to strike at Remy, so this is the one that was next to the mage. Before he attacks, because he is making an aggression thingo, and Shadow, you're standing right next to Remy, or where he was. Oh, actually, no, he just moved. Never mind. He's going for you, Shadow. You can do your action first.
This is one of the big guys close
Yeah.
to me.
Minotaur.
Yeah, if he's gonna go towards me, then I will absolutely move.
Okay.
Do I need to... I was planning to move in a certain direction. Since it's a held movement, do I need to... Like, I locked in that direction, so that's the direction I'm going?
Yeah, because you already
Or-
described it, yes. But, he's moving towards you for an attack, so, you're just trying to get behind the wizard?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get behind him and hopefully be adjacent to him, but nobody else.
Okay. So, so he rolled an attack, still on you. Does an 18 hit?
That's a great question. I should know that.
It does, I just checked your sheet.
It does, yeah.
Alright.
Shadow, you have such audacity.
You what?
I was saying, you have such audacity.
Yeah. You haven't even seen my hat yet.
So I rolled, really fucking poorly, so that's only 6 damage.
Ooh. Ah. Oh.
Oh no, whatever shall we do? So,
I just aged myself with that reference, didn't I?
2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go down the list, and you're each gonna get one of them attacking you because they're in close enough proximity that they can kind of just go. So I will call your name, tell you the stat if it hits or not. So let's get this.
I'm behind the bar and the Loxodon.
And the Loxodon, you're using the Loxodon that you love as a fucking...
Damn it, no! I will not use the Loxodon. I would
Ah,
rather take a
Grandpa.
hit than lose the Loxodon.
Okay.
I will take the hit, damn it.
Because
About
Remy,
to say, don't you dare use that poor Loxodon as a meat shield.
I rolled a 21.
Oh, of course you give me
Ooh.
that one.
And that's...
I would assume you know that hits, yeah.
That's 13 damage to you as well. No, not as well.
Hacking.
Shit swords, guys. They're not very powerful. Let's go with Eleonora next. Oh, you are so fucking lucky I didn't roll a nat 20 then. 17. 17 does not hit. Awesome.
Does not hit.
Next up, Crazy Gamer Leader.
We love it so much.
21.
Did you have to ask that one?
No, I was just telling you.
Well, you never know, I mean.
I can't speak truer words. We are a pair.
9 damage. I'm rolling shit on their damage, but great on their rolls, so...
Oh, no.
Really?
I am
13
not
damage.
going to complain about that. I am perfectly content with you rolling shit on our damage.
I would
and,
not to lodge complaints against the damage committee at this time.
I'm presuming a 10 does not hit you, Jaina?
No.
Okay, and I've got one more, so, if you all want to rock, paper, scissors for who goes after the last one.
No,
I
we
mean,
gotta
I've
do
moved.
rollies. We
Jaina,
have to do rollies.
does a 16 hit you?
It does.
Okay. Let's get this shit fucking damage. Ooh, I rolled 1s. So that's...
I'm gonna buy you some dice and I'm gonna send them to you.
7. I've got so many dice. I'm using the D&D Beyond dice, which fucking hate me, but they don't hate me as much as the Google dice do, so...
Well, I'm going to bless them and give them lots of kisses and then send them to you, and then they'll roll better.
Thank you, and I will kiss them. And I will kiss them when they get here, because that means I've kissed you.
I love that fact.
No.
Tris, you don't want to give the DM blessed dice. Do
Yes.
not give the DM blessed dice.
Give me blessed dice. I got a 7 for your damage. So all up, how much?
That's just
Can everyone just call out how much damage they took for me? Because I just need to add that into something else.
I'm the only one who took damage, and it was 13. Oh,
That's
no, sorry.
baloney.
I
No,
apologize.
you weren't.
Sophie
I took damage.
Oh,
7.
damn. My bad.
Okay, so
9.
that's what I've got to roll. Coolies.
But DM, can I ask a question? I'm so sorry.
No, go right ahead.
I'm not used to playing a rogue, so I'm just a little slow on the uptake. Can I have uncanny dodged?
Yes. You could
Is that
have.
okay?
You could have uncanny dodged, and I'm gonna let you uncanny dodged. So that
You're amazing.
does that negate
So 3
half?
instead of 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, half. So 3 instead of 6.
I don't think I have a high enough level in Rogue yet to have that ability. That's why I didn't think I had it.
I'm all rogue, baby, so.
Yeah, I am.
All rogue,
Yeah.
all the time.
I
For
do
those
love.
of you who know me, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I do love rogues, but unfortunately in this situation, I haven't played one in a while. So, but yes, I do not have the ability. So no, I take that full 13 damage to the face.
Good job. So,
Thanks.
who's next? Bad guy sorcerer. So he is going to be casting quite a large spell, and I need to find out how many D8. Oh, it's a D8 spell.
Oh no.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
DM, may I ask a question?
Yes.
Does he have the? Do we have any indication of the target he's aiming at?
An area of
Okay,
damage.
then never mind.
Also, I forgot, Crazy Gamer Lady, you're gonna attack with your short swords to the people that were being rude to you?
Yes, I am. So.
Oh, do wonderfully, sister.
Don't
Do
worry,
get
I'll
them.
be able to attack someday. Maybe.
Wait, I have
Alright,
another
so-
sister? No.
The first attack is a 17,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hits.
and that's 1d6. Yep. For 9 damage.
9.
Nice.
And the second one is a 15.
15. Okay.
Does that hit?
It does, yes.
Okay. And that one's gonna be for 8 damage.
Delightful. So, I'll just go through your health again. It was... So, it was 33. Who had 33 health? Jaina.
I had 3 health.
Jaina.
Yep.
You are immediately dropped into unconsciousness.
Blech.
So, hold on a second.
That's
Wait, a
not
big
good.
thing hit her with the sword and she went unconscious?
No. So Sophie hit the big guy. This is the bad guy sorcerer.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Guys, my ADD is bad today. I'm so sorry.
No, you're all good.
Okay.
So let me just check the spell. Ascending order, ignoring. So yeah, it's only you because I only had 11 points outside of that to use.
I'm behind a bar, so I don't see this happen.
No, but Jaina, you are immediately knocked out. It's clear that the gnome is trying to avoid bloodshed by just knocking you all out with a sleep spell.
Oh. Surprising.
That's rude.
But you don't see that, Remy. So, next
Nope, I don't.
up is Eleonora.
Actually, before that moment,
Mhm.
your little sorcerer buddy takes another 3 acid damage.
He looks like he might start crying soon, but otherwise he's fine. Eleonora.
Yes. Hold on, I'm checking to see if something's an action or an action, but please, yes.
Oh, good. You just watched Jaina, apropos of seemingly nothing, collapse onto the table and in unconsciousness. But there's fighting going on around you, and that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah. I don't like that. Just quick clarifying DM question.
Mhm.
On D&D Beyond, under bonus actions, it says 2-weapon fighting.
Mm-hmm. It just means that you can attack with 2 weapons on an action.
As a bonus action?
Yeah, you can attack with a second weapon. Second weapon. I don't.
Have a light property.
Yeah, it's got to be a light weapon. But if you're holding 2 weapons, whack one with one, light weapon with the other.
But I can only do that if
you have the weapons with them to do them.
Okay, so I couldn't.
Drawing your
I
weapons
couldn't cast
is a free
a spell and then do a melee attack as a bonus action.
Correct.
Gosh darn it. Alrighty then.
Unless it's marked as a bonus action, but.
So you can't, if the weapon that you decide to attack with is a lighter one, and it's in your offhand, you can take the action and a bonus action stab with that. That is allowed at that point. I believe that's how that works. That would allow you to do a spell and attack with the lighter weapon in your offhand for your bonus action, using your bonus action in that situation.
Just go with something else, and we'll discuss it more later.
Okay. Then I will, seeing Jaina is on the ground.
Yep.
Moore
has fallen like face first into her eggs and pancakes. Yeah.
Breakfast. I was so hoping you were gonna do it. I was so hoping you were gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like her nose, her nose has specifically pierced a yolk, so it's kind of just.
Oh no. So Eleanor has her rapier out and is staring down one of the orcs, but sees the side of the corner of her eye, rolls her eyes, and without taking her eyes off the Minotaur, just touches her on the shoulder, and mutters something under her breath, and she regains 5 hit points.
Okay, so it did not actually remove any hit points.
It did not?
No. It's the sleep spell is what it was. It put her to sleep. So she hasn't taken any damage. You could use an action to shake her or slap her awake. But adding health back does not do anything.
Okay, so I don't do that.
I will allow it this once, but...
I rescind my hand and stab with my weapon.
Okay, so you're leaving Jaina unconscious, that's all good. Continue as you are.
Unless I can give her a little shake as a bonus action.
It says with an action, so...
Oh, then no, she can keep sleeping.
Okay.
She probably needs the rest. That is a 19 to hit.
19 does hit, yeah.
Oh, and the second one is a 10 to hit, so probably not.
It does not hit.
These dice are untested. Please work for me. Oh, okay. And that is 10 damage.
Lovely. The orc or Minotaur or whatever it is you're fighting. It's one of those. You said both, but you're fighting the guy that hit you.
Yes.
Kind of winces. It is like, that was my tit.
Oh, sorry, it's impolite to attack a lady.
Stab me in the stomach next time!
No, you don't stab me at all.
If you come with us, I won't stab you!
Nora, you do
Why
not
do you
talk
want
to the
me?
people that are attacking us!
I was
I shout from the corner.
And because Jaina is unconscious, we are back to the top of the order, which is back to Shadow. So, Shadow, as you reprimand... Sorry, Jaina. I'm sorry that you had the lowest health, so that's where I had to start. Shadow.
Sorry, Jaina.
What are you doing?
Yeah, is it obvious to me that that they're not trying to actually, like, murderize us?
Roll an insight check.
That's probably fair. I don't know my stats very well yet, guys. I'm sorry. It's a 9 plus.
It's only our first game.
Also, DM,
Mhm.
can I also roll insight? Because
Sure.
Eleonora is afraid that they want her, because they said 2 people.
Okay, yeah.
That's 14.
14. Okay, cool. You...
Nope.
You've battled people before. These people are kind of like... They're not full out attacking you. Like, they're waiting to see what they can do. And they're not trying to stab you lethally. So, you can kind of tell that, like... And also, they just put one of your friends into unconsciousness rather than, like, use a fucking fireball on the room or something like that. Like...
Right.
So you can kind of tell that they're just trying to put you guys down.
Okay.
So,
I ran over to Jason behind-ish, the sorcerer guy.
Mhm.
What I would like to do, and DM, you're gonna have to help me with exactly the mechanics of how this would work, but what I want to do is I essentially want to grab him, because I'm significantly taller than him, I think. I want to grab him around the neck and put my rapier to his throat.
Okay, so I'll need you to roll a grapple, which is athletics against my dexterity.
Okay. That's not great. I'm not that strong. Oh, 16. I'll take it.
I was waiting to see how high you rolled before I rolled. I got a 12.
Okay.
I was hoping that wouldn't work, but alright, I guess. No, it's fine. So he kind of goes, what? As you grab him by the scruff, to bring him up. And, like, you're a tabaxi. This is how, like, your mum grabbed you when you were a child, and you were being bad. Like, cats have that extra I was going to demonstrate with my cat, but he's not here. They have that extra skin at the back of their neck so it doesn't hurt too much when you're holding them like that. But gnomes don't have that bit. So you are just kind of claws in back of neck, hoist, and he's just like, and he's dangling there, and he's like, so...
Mostly melted, I might add.
Pardon?
And so then I will say, well, actually I should ask first, do the rest of the big hulking guys respond to that at all?
They kind of pause, but they're staying on their guard.
Okay. So I've got him and I've got my sword up. I mean, it's a long way away. I don't want to actually hurt this guy yet. If they're using non-lethal stuff. And I'll say, could we perhaps put everything down and talk about this instead? And I'll kind of tilt my head towards the guy that I'm holding and kind of give him a look.
And he kind of swings there for a bit. Again, you could see his feet doing a bit of a dangle thing. And he's like, look, I said you could surrender before we started this. You can still surrender.
What are we surrendering for?
We have a bounty. 2 people.
On whom?
We don't know. There was only supposed to be 2 people staying here.
It sounds like you don't have a bounty at all, then.
Look, they're paying lots of money. They just said go pick up the people staying here.
Who's paying you?
I don't... Look, I don't know. I'm not the leader of this. I'm just the wizard that works for this group.
Who's the leader?
Gerald. And the orc whose tit you cut kind of raises his hand and is like, me.
Me.
Gerald, I'm terribly sorry. What is going on here?
Look, you really hurt my tit. Guys, just, like, don't stand down, but stop attacking for a second.
Hey, Amelia, do I know if you have healing?
Yes.
Okay, I'll look at you when he says you really hurt my tit, and I'll kind of look at you with like a.
If you promise not to attack and give us some information, I'll heal you.
I can tell you what I know, but like, we still want to take you in, if you understand what I'm saying. People don't normally get me. It's
I would like to understand you.
It's 500 gold.
From whom?
It's my boss's boss's cousin's boss. It's really complicated. We were just like outsourced. I think, to be honest, this is only like our 6th getting people mission. We're normally like
Oh no, that's hard to believe.
We're normally like
But you were doing so well.
I know! But we're normally like the going into crypts and find old magic-y shit and like some of us die in the process.
That sounds
but
very exciting.
Yeah, well,
It's much harder to do with living people.
I
Dead people
know!
are much tamer.
The sleep spell was supposed to knock you all out. And like, we only got...
And make us like dead people that you're much more used to dealing with.
Exactly.
I understand.
Pull out, and I look at the gnome. You have got to be joking.
No! It's...
Huh.
Look, we're starting out into the people bounty business. Gerald's boss's cousin's boss, said, well, actually, our boss said that there were just going to be 2 people here and didn't really give us any more information. Because apparently this place is, like, abandoned. You 5
Well, then I
were
believe
here.
you're not looking for any of us at all. Because the only 2 people that were here before us, if, correct me if I'm wrong, would be the 2 Loxodons that work here.
Jaina's still asleep, right?
Jaina is still asleep.
I know.
Sorry.
I've been waiting this whole time to say something.
I'd thump you if I was over there, but I'm not. I'm on the other side of the room.
I know. Sophie's gonna lean down over Jaina and just be like, "Wake up! Now is not the time to nap."
Beautiful.
You just snorted some egg juice, I take it.
Oh.
Why is there gold in my nostrils?
She's straight going to stand up
Because
and
you
just
fell
walk
asleep on
behind
your
the bar.
eggs.
Walk behind the bar.
That
I did, did
was-
you?
that was amazing.
I would like you all To roll an intelligence check.
Oh no. Oh no!
No.
I got a 15.
7. I'm distracted by the yolk up my nose.
That's fair.
Yay, Amelia!
Don't you love?
Go, Remy!
Don't you love it when the roles just work with roleplay so beautifully? Dear Flight, that would be a 24 on my end. I
Okay.
almost
Thank
rolled a
God.
nat 20.
Somebody's smart in this group.
So,
Hormones for the brains of operation.
it finally clicks for you, Remy, as you stand next to this Loxodon, that he has not reacted the entire time these guys have been in here. He has just been polishing this one glass. Also, you have not heard anything from the back room where the other Loxodon is for the entire time. And he was much more with it. As you're looking... So, both you and Sophie realize this. This bit, only you realize, Remy. This Loxodon isn't real. Like,
I poke I'm assuming the illusion.
it's not quite an illusion, but it does move with your finger, so you can still touch it. But you're realizing now that whatever this Loxodon was supposed to do, he was clearly enchanted and put here, but the enchantment hasn't been fixed for a while. So his is starting to wear down. The younger Loxodon is younger, and therefore... So they're kind of like golems, in a way. His is perfectly set now, but works with the grandfather one. They're not... This place has been abandoned by people, and they left their enchantments behind as they were. So the older Loxodon has started breaking down, where the younger Loxodon is still operational. But you're the only one to notice that.
Who's the other Loxodon, anyway?
If I poke my head around the corner into the kitchen, do I see the younger Loxodon there?
He is standing, holding a pan in front of the not lit stove. Just standing.
Young lad. Does he respond?
No.
Well, this is interesting.
I raise an eyebrow at you, Remy, like, thoroughly confused.
What? Why are you guys talking about what? They're not... Just leave them be!
Aren't they the two that you originally were sent here to get?
Why would we be here to pick them up? They're the people
Because
that we
they're
were...
the only
The
people who are here.
The people that we were
People.
sent here that we were picking up were supposed to be staying here. They're not...
Look around you. No one's stayed here in ages.
Yeah, because the... Then clearly we're early! We weren't given a date! Our boat arrived early and we were told to just wait for the alarm to go off. And the alarm went off.
Then let this be a lesson to you that next time you should get more information from your employees. Namely, a date and perhaps a description of the people you're supposed to be bringing in. Might be helpful for you for your future employment. If you would like to remain in this business, that would be some helpful information for you.
I don't really want to be in this business. Gerald! That was a Minotaur. I don't! You know this!
Gerald, you seem much more the type who loves exploring, like old mausoleums and the such.
I'd like to be
I
an
highly
interior
suggest you stick to that line of
designer.
work. You seem... Oh, I bet being underground in old tombs has given you such an eye for designing.
Exactly. The shapes and the mazy bits, they're just
It's so lovely.
He fully breaks down. The gnome that's still hanging in your hand kind of just like we have this discussion. We have this discussion.
At this point, Sophie's gonna jump off the table and walk towards Gerald and sort of just pat him on the head. Just be like, "It's okay, Gerald.
You cannot reach
still
his
have
head."
time." Or at least tries.
Yeah.
Okay.
His kneecap.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Jaina's going to walk into the back room where the younger Loxodon is and look around for like a tissue or something.
Okay. The kitchen seems to be fully stocked. So you haven't been eating imaginary food. And the younger Loxodon, as you walk past the doors, kind of turns and goes, "You're not supposed to be in here."
I don't care. I have egg yolk from your establishment up my nose.
Oh.
I'm going to wash my face now.
There's a sink there. We can issue a refund if you paid.
Thank you.
This poor kid.
I'm going to go over and wash your face.
Lovely.
DM,
Yes.
as Jaina goes by, I walk past her the opposite direction towards the gnome that's being lifted up.
Yeah.
And as I look at the gnome and I go, Gerald just mentioned a boss, singular, as in a single person who told him.
Yeah,
Come here
but like
with two people.
he's so we've got
No.
No, hang on, that's still Jared's voice. Yes, we've got one boss.
And who is him? He or she?
His name is Theobald. He works for Constantine. And it was his boss's cousin.
Oh, God.
The cousin, I think her name is Lolita or
Might as well be Electra at this point.
Yes, Shadow.
I'm going to interrupt. I'm so sorry. Do I recognize any of these names?
No.
And
Or
a general sort of.
I'll let you roll in terms of like knowledge of bounty huntering knowledge, but in the knowledge that these people would know you for any other reason than your bounty work, no.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, DM.
Yes.
As I asked that question of the wizard,
You can also roll.
I grab his book
Mhm.
and I take it from him and I start looking in it.
That's mine. That's mine. I've spent really long time writing in that.
I give him a little shake since I've still got him, and then slowly lower him to the ground. I'll say, "Oi, Sprog, just
And
we haven't killed you. Be happy."
Remy, be nice.
I can't believe I'm actually going to get to do this soon. The hat I wear with that feather, I reach up, I pull back out, and this feather isn't just a feather, it's actually a pen on it.
That's cool.
And
I love it.
My wizardly quill. And here's one of the best parts about this subclass I am. I look into it, my book hovers up in front of me without me touching it. And I start copying his spells, and I can copy a spell in 2 minutes. So every 2 minutes, I am copying his spells. And
Nice.
that is how fast I can copy spells into this. That is the Order of the Scribe, ladies and gentlemen, and all you folks watching. It is amazing Check it out.
My 7th level wizard in my home campaign hates you right now. Just saying.
It is fantastic. And oh, another cool trick. No, I'll save that for later. I'll reveal that for later. It'll be fun.
So with that, I've just realized the time, so I'm gonna call a break. You'll go.
You want my roll though?
Oh yeah, your roll would be good.
All right, I rolled 16,
Oh.
but I didn't know if I was adding anything to it.
Uh,
Uh,
you may have heard of his boss's boss in terms of like he's like a low time bounty hunter. He's done a few good jobs, but he's not like well known. It's
Okay.
clear that whoever hired him or has connections to him wasn't looking for the best of the best.
Okay.
DM,
Cool. Thank you.
would I potentially recognize any of those names due to my background?
No.
Well,
Because
I
you don't
understand
remember
memory.
shit.
I remember. I know that part. I was like in more of the mechanical features of the. Yeah, but no, that's fair. No, 100%. That's fair.
But for now, we'll go on break. It'll be about 5 or 10 minutes or however long it takes me to get my face off. And we'll see you guys back shortly.
Woo-hoo!
Woo!
Bye, guys. Thanks for everyone who's.
Welcome back, one and all, and I realized that I had it on the wrong screen for the whole break. Yay, it was on the waiting to start instead of the taking a break scene. I'm a professional.
It is all good. We are consummate professionals here.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to see.
No one's...
Question one.
Yeah. It's been a while since... It's been a while.
Been a while.
Since I've done this, and we didn't have quite as high production value then, so... I guess that's the trend. So, yes.
Did we want to offer a chance for Amada Beloved to let the people know where they can find her
Oh,
and
yes.
everything? Since she joined late.
Do you want to,
Oh. Do I want to be found?
do you want to promote
I
yourself?
don't know, do you?
Don't have. No pressure.
You can find me at actress_Amelia on Instagram, and Amada Beloved. I'm pretty sure that's my TikTok.
It is. That's where I got that one.
Oh, good. Thank you. And if you are in Hollywood this weekend or next weekend, you can see me at the McCadden Theater.
Hey.
I wish I was so bad.
I was
I'm
in
playing
California.
a dead girl.
Oh my god!
That works.
You can see me in the show Nobody Comes to See Us Anymore.
Is that really what it's called?
That's really the name of the show.
That's awesome. I want to see this.
I wish I was on the West Coast right now.
That sounds really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I just came back from Sacramento actually. That's where I'm from originally.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I was visiting family before I make my big cross country move to the East Coast. So I will be there in the
All right.
beginning of next month.
Alright, you lot are talking about your personal lives, and unfortunately I'm not allowed to care right now.
That in the quotes. I think you killed Chris.
So, let me look, I was trying to find a way to put it delicately.
No, that's 100% fair. You are right on.
If you are on the East Coast and in New York, we also have another person from our server, in Mia Boiler, Queen of Nightmares. So, if you're nearby that one, you could go see that one. It's an off-Broadway show, but it sounds fucking cool. We've got a lot of spooky-sounding shows, I think, in our group. Anyway.
I think you mean we've got a bunch of really frickin' talented people.
We
in this
do.
group, and it's crazy.
We do.
Uh-huh.
You, for example, Amelia, everyone in this call, except for me.
You stop that right now.
Yeah, fishing! I got compliments. Okay.
None of that is allowed. None of that is allowed.
All right.
Continuing
All you
on.
have to do
Yeah,
is
yeah.
ask, and I will happily give you compliments. You know
Okay.
that.
Alright.
We're not here. We're in Rulis. That's what we're doing.
We're being...
In the back room,
Okay.
Jaina
Okay.
is going to look for an exit.
We're all being too friendly. We need to stop. There is a door in the back.
She's going to go out it.
You immediately walk into what would be a pig pen if there was a pig there.
Cool. So I'm assuming it's
Anti-pig
not that
pen?
dirty.
It's a pigless pen.
So it's just an open dirt space. She's gonna just keep walking.
It's a muddy dirt space that is gated.
She's going to keep walking through the gate.
Over the gate?
Yep.
Okay, roll me a acrobatics check to see if you don't fall on your face. The rest of you, what are you doing?
I'd rather
Oh,
quite like.
please tell me you nat one.
As she.
I did!
Oh, it was a nat one.
So this is beautiful. You go to go over the fence. Your foot slips on what is rotting wood, and gets caught in like the little groove where the wood goes into the pillar that's holding it up, and you immediately face plant with your foot stuck in the wood, so you're going to need someone else to get you out.
Could this day get any better?
Hello.
I've now got egg and mud.
I wiped off the egg. Now it's just mud.
Oh,
Look,
Hello?
Can
Look,
I just point out the beautifulness of the fact that Jaina just tried to stage left exit this shit, and she just fucking face planted and has to have one of us help her.
you
It's okay, and
just one of us has to find her.
you hear a small voice to the left of your head. Hello. I
Hi.
feel like as a prodigy, this should not have happened.
Look, Landris, we don't need to talk about this right now. Where's Danica?
She's still in your boot. I think she got caught by the sleep spell as well, but
Can you just do something? Open the gate? Something? Anything?
I'm kind of like a figment of your imagination, but also not. So I'm not help here, and neither is she. But I can sing to you if you like. Keep you entertained while we wait. My money don't jiggle jiggle. It folds. Like wait, wiggle wiggle. Faux show. And he just starts singing that to you.
Thank you, Landris. That is beautiful, and that is not helpful in the slightest.
Riding in my Fiat. You really have to see it. 6
What's
feet
a
2.
Fiat?
I don't know. It's just the song. I heard a bard sing it one time.
How come I don't remember the song, but you remember the song?
I think you were reading.
That checks out.
I'm so sorry. I think I missed something. Who are you talking to?
You don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, back inside the tavern, in bar place, not listening to some sort of entity sing Louis Theroux's rap at you. What are you guys doing? You're copying the spells out, so
Yes.
yeah.
And a cool little descriptive thing. The pages are black on the book, and as you see the writing from the quill, you see what doesn't really look like normal script, like common or anything like that, but you see that whatever I'm writing is glowing on the black pages
Nice.
and everything. I believe I did put a picture of the actual what the writing looks like.
It's
I
somewhere.
did not.
So,
I did not. I will post it.
So Jane is currently trapped outside having some sort of voice singing Louis Theroux's rap. Sophie, what are you doing?
I am comforting Gerald right now,
Mhm.
and I am even going to cast like Cure Wounds at the first level on him.
Okay. Oh, my tits fixed at least. Thank you. Look. Could we just imprison you anyway? Would that be
I'd
cool?
really like to not be in prison, Gerald. Especially because we don't even know if we're the right ones, and if you bring in the wrong ones, you could get in bigger trouble.
That's a fair point. I will slowly lower the gnome who's been hanging from my claws for like 30 seconds. I will lower him to the ground now.
Can I have my book?
Um,
Can I have my book back, please?
when he's done with it. Now let me ask you a question for a moment, and I'll address both the gnome and the guy who's in charge.
Gerald.
Whether or not you want to continue to try and imprison us, do you think you really have the ability to?
What? A minotaur kind of looks up in the back and is like, he says that we've got adequate cells on our ship for you.
Oh. Oh dear. All right. Well, I will let you explain that to him later. So I will ask you, and not that one. And I nod to the one that just mooed at me. Do you think you actually have the ability to do so? Which one was that?
The same one you were talking to. You said you were looking at the one that mooed at you?
No, I gave him a quick glance, but I'm still
Oh,
talking.
okay.
I'm addressing the leader.
It's the same one. And Gerald kind of looks at you. He's like, he understands common, but he doesn't speak it. So he's our jailer for all intents and purposes. He said that because we're asking nicely and you wouldn't be resisting, then yes, but obviously we were expecting 2 people. We weren't expecting 5. We would have probably brought more people if we knew there was 5.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, what you're going to say to your employer as far as your failure is really not up to us. And I would highly recommend that you figure out somewhere else to be before I lose my patience.
I would encourage you to insist upon your employer that to do your job adequately, you need more information, and it was really a failure on their part.
That's a fair point, and I'll nod.
Personally,
Kind of
I
playing
would
into
quit
that.
and take whatever money you have left and start up your interior design business.
I think
That
you'd
sounds
be
really
lovely
nice.
at that.
Yeah,
And
but
you're
like
such a people person.
But, like, the other guys don't want to be interior designers, and, like, I'm responsible for them as well, and, like, their rights and stuff, so I don't want to just abandon them, and, like...
They're adults, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
but...
allowed to start their own businesses or lead their own lives.
Yeah, but we don't have enough money between us to all, run a separate business.
Well, they can
Why
choose
don't
to
you
work for
appoint
you,
someone
or...
Why not appoint your second in command as the leader?
He's a no.
Isn't that what a second in command for?
He doesn't speak common, and the other guys would have to be listening to the gnome, and the gnome is known to be an arsehole sometimes. It's true. I am a bit of a prick.
Then maybe that's something for you to work on for your character.
No,
sure,
like
it, I mean,
it's part of what like the services that I provide is like.
What, being an asshole?
Yeah, some people like that in their thieves. Yes, Remy.
So I finish copying the spells, and I actually go and I look to go hand back the book to the guy who legitimately just called himself a prick.
Okay. He holds
I would like to, as I'm doing that, and as he's talking, essentially the point at which he's most distracted with multiple things. One, if I have to roll a perception check, I will. I would like to see if I can see the coin first, because he said he was paid. He was hired. See his coin first, and I would like to try to get it off of him.
Okay. Make a perception.
Especially after he said he calls himself a prick. He's a prick.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Boris! Could you give me some assistance, Boris?
Oh, dear, Jesus. Please do not hate me.
No, not food.
Food!
Oh,
no, Boris Jr. Boris Jr. in the yard, please.
Do I hear Boris saying food?
Yes, like, as soon as Boris is alerted, he kind of animates again and just starts shouting food, to the room.
I saw Jaina go that way, right?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
I wonder that as well.
It's fine, I'm just in a little snag. I could use a hand.
DM, that's a 14 on the sleight of hand.
I'll roll, and we'll see. I'm just gonna... Triss, it's 2022.
Yes.
You wrote Flight 2023.
I did. That was a typo. 100% a typo. Or wishful
No,
thinking.
she
I
saw
don't know.
into the future.
We have gone.
100% a typo.
In
That's funny.
2023, I'm gonna say it's a pigless pen.
For anybody who's curious about what we're talking about, go to the Discord.
Yes, I will add a link in so people can join there again.
Shamelessly promoting our Discord, are you?
Yes. We've got other links in there.
Hashtag shameless plugs.
Mm-hmm.
All about it.
There we go.
Reach it.
What were we talking about?
Nobody knows.
Why does the money jiggle and not fold?
Thank you for reminding me.
14.
He grabs your hand as you go to get it because I rolled a 15. And he's like, dude, not cool. You already stole my spells. The fuck?
So what? I gave you the book. No, did I not give you the book back?
You're currently trying to steal from me as you give the book back.
Remy, can you behave, please?
I mean, the man did say he was a prick.
That doesn't mean
That's
that I
what
just...
You have to be.
Yeah, see?
Be
Listen.
nice.
Listen to the
Passive
halfling.
retribution.
Yeah, but I'm paid.
My sister, thank you.
Well, I didn't know that. You don't look alike.
Can't you see the family resemblance?
No.
Remy,
No.
be nice.
They can't. Alright. Here's the predicament that we find ourselves in. You, and I look at the 7 of them, have neither the will, the expertise, nor the firepower to take any of us in. And none of us have any desire to go anywhere else besides, well, where we were already intending. So, what you are going to learn today is how to come up with an excuse for your employer, something that I have found is a very, very valuable skill to have.
Don't worry, we'll just tell him that we failed. We've said that many times before.
Well, good. It won't be that big of a deal for you then. And I sort of gesture towards the door.
No, can I have a pancake before we leave?
Oh, but of course.
Great, cool. As soon as you say, but of course, all 7 of them converge on the table and pick your plates fucking clean. It's clear that they were all a little bit hungry, yeah. And they walk out.
See, you've got to get out of this line of business. They're not treating you well. You've got so much potential.
The last Minotaur to leave, the one that was guarding the gnome, kind of winks at you, Eleonora, just as he exits the door.
Do I see that?
Yeah, he's not subtle.
I will, when he
They were
does
really
that,
nice guys.
when he does that though, I move from where I was and I follow them out and make sure that they leave and shut the door behind them.
Okay.
Can I get an assistance over here, please? Anyone?
Is it not?
They go in, like, where you are is kind of adjacent to the back alley, so they're not gonna be near you. But, you guys do hear Jaina calling out at this point.
Oh, is that the
Care
other one?
that your money folds. Why would you fold money? It's hard metal. I would prefer to jingle than to fold, honestly.
No. Not jingle. Jiggle. My money don't jiggle. It folds.
So like jelly.
Like a
It's just
like a
glass.
gelatinous cube.
This makes no sense whatsoever,
My
Leandris.
money isn't in a gelatinous cube.
Yes, but you said your money itself, it makes no sense. Has it been altered by some state?
It's a bard song. I don't know the deeper meaning. So you guys can hear Jaina, what Jaina's saying. You cannot hear another voice.
Do either of the brother-sister combo, do either of them start to move that direction? Do either of you start to move that direction when she calls out again?
Sophie's gonna head towards her, yeah.
So I take half a step that direction, then I see you going and go, oh, good.
Anyone?
Are you okay?
So
Oh,
you exit the building out the back, and you see Jaina on the other side of the fence to you, with her foot hooked into the wood that's clearly kind of splintered and broken around her foot, and pinned her there, with her face on the ground.
I think you were attacking the wrong thing. You were supposed to have been attacking the Minotaurs.
Yes, I got confused. It happens. Can you please assist me?
Sure. And Sophie just
Roll me a strength check to see if you can get her out. DC 10.
Yeah.
Oh my
flight, I
god,
rolled-
thank you. That is a 10.
Okay, great.
Nice.
What did you roll? Remy? What were you rolling for?
I posted a question to you.
Oh.
I just didn't want to interrupt everybody, so. Put a question in the chat, in the chat. Or sorry, it's in general. I do
Okay,
apologize. That was in
so
general.
clarification. They came here this morning. The people that they were looking for, they didn't
And that's like what I was. That's
Yeah.
what I was asking. Did we come in this morning?
You guys did come in this morning. The people they were looking for, they didn't have a specific date for when they came in. They were just supposed to
they
be.
thought
They
in
were.
this morning though.
They thought this morning because they were just told that they would be staying in the tavern. They weren't.
Okay.
They weren't given like any details at all on like
These poor guys.
descriptions, or they were just told there will be 2 people in this bar and only 2 people in this bar. Trap them, get them back here. That's it.
Who was the boss's boss name?
Fuck! I made the names up on the spot.
Daryl's boss was Theobald. Theobald's boss was Constantine. Constantine's cousin was Layla or Lily or something like that. And then we know that that she had a boss.
So he couldn't actually
Amada
remember.
Beloved is now one of my favorite players to play with. in the
Yeah,
world because she's a taker.
She keeps better notes than I do.
It only gets better, I promise.
Yeah. So the cousin,
Not at notes.
Shit.
it was Lolita or Lily or so something with L's in it.
Alita. Okay.
That's as far up the chain
well-
as we got before they
Yeah.
stopped mumbling.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. When everyone comes back in after the great Jaina rescue.
Wait,
Does Jaina come back in?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
well, they're out there. I would like to pull to go over to Remy.
Ah. Lady Eleonora,
Uh,
how can I help you?
Pardon the interruption to your thoughts. You were here when I walked in. When did you and your sister arrive? Are you two staying here?
Oh, we were looking for it. The original place that we had intended to stay had a unfortunate situation occur, and they couldn't provide respite for us, and so we were perusing around town to try to find another place, and we stumbled upon this quaint establishment.
Fascinating. Do you... pardon if this question seems a little forward. Do you have anyone who might be after you? I know they were looking for a duo, and as a brother and sister, it seems a bit on the nose.
Well, not including the sibling esque side of it. One might say the same about you and your uh, fair shadowy companion, as it were.
Oh, we've just recently met. We could not be um, considered a duo in
Did you arrive
any
this
sort of
morning?
stretch of the imagination. In fact, we did not.
Um,
I mean, you saw me walk in.
Eleonora, I'd like you to roll a deception check, please.
Oh, thank you so much. I knew it.
18.
Roll insight, please, Remy.
He's gonna beat me unless I roll natural 20. She beat me. I believe her wholeheartedly. Her face is
Ah,
nothing but a divine picture of purity and sincerity.
Oh yeah, look at it. I mean, come on.
Well, then, not in all sincerity. Uh, by the way, did you tell us your last name, or did you only
I
give
have
us your
not
first
yet.
name?
No.
Okay, so, uh, Lady Eleanor, um, and in all sincerity, I don't know of anyone who would have any reason to follow or chase us down.
I feel like that also needs to be a deception check.
DM, you know that it
Amazing.
isn't.
Yeah, no, I know you don't know, but you.
Exactly, I didn't lie. I told the truth.
None of us could tell the truth for shit. I love it so much.
It's not that, actually, it's legitimately. I did not lie. I told the truth.
You don't know, but you do know that you don't know.
I don't. What, wait, DM,
Am
how
I
does that
tired?
even
Just
work?
roll deception
Who's
and
on
be
first?
happy.
Okay, so you don't know of anyone, but you do know that there's something that you don't know.
Okay.
Just roll the
Well, your
deception.
deception, your deception check is a 6. To
Okay.
be the deception of the deception I don't know. Apparently.
So,
Like,
look, in that then, he doesn't know of anyone, but there's clearly he definitely doesn't know anything. But there's something there.
There's something he's not telling me?
He's got a suspicious face.
Well, I rolled a 17 insight, so...
Okay. Yeah.
This is the most insane deception, non-deception I've ever seen in any game I've played.
Look,
What is going
I love
on?
everything about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He definitely
I
does.
don't understand it.
He definitely doesn't know anything, but he's got a sus face.
I am
Roll for
outraged
sus, please.
by this.
So while you 100% believe him that he doesn't know anything, he's also kind of sus.
That's a better way.
So you feel like it.
So I
it-
spoke truth, and but I'm suspicious.
He's just got one of those faces.
I feel like it's more, he did tell you the truth, but you can tell he's leaving something out.
No, but he's not really leaving something out. But
Yeah.
but he also is, but he isn't.
So thank you for helping me out of my predicament, Sophie. We don't have to tell anyone about me being stuck on the
Sophie, you will have heard her asking about jiggling money. So
So, what were you talking about earlier?
Well, that was egg yolk up my nose. I don't know why, but apparently I blacked out. And it was not a life experience I would suggest for anyone.
intrusive thoughts is telling me to go put yolk up my nose.
That in the quote as well. So yes, that's what I was talking about earlier.
What does having yolk in your nose have to do with jiggling money?
Oh, that! Okay, that type of... It's a bit embarrassing, but I have this habit of talking aloud to myself. A lot.
Deception.
Hold on, I'm not
Okay.
done.
Okay.
Since I was a child, I had a really bad, I guess you could say, habit of it, and I've never really grown out of it. So sometimes you'll hear me talking as if something was there when obviously you can't see anything.
Deception with advantage. Because that sounds more believable than what is actually the case. My money don't jiggle.
Dirty 20!
Nice. Roll me insight if you want to see, if you want to. Otherwise, you can just accept that.
I mean, she rolled a 9, so either way.
Look, you...
Not crazy, I promise. I've been asked. No, I'm not.
You and Remy are just really trusting of people. And, when you met Remy, and he told you what he told you, you were like, yep, I take that at face value. And since he's been living with you for 10 years and your parents are also like this, he started to get into the habit of, yep, I take that at face value. Which is why both of you failed your and such.
We're honest people. Why would anyone lie?
Okay.
Wait, did you say when you met Remy?
Yes,
Are we all? Oh, wait, hold on. Are we all together again now?
No. This was just background knowledge. This was me talking.
Oh, okay. So I know nothing.
You know nothing.
Indeed.
I did want to talk to. I did want to have something else to say to Eleonora though. In
Okay.
that scene.
Okay, go back to that scene then.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay. I do say that. I will say though, as it does seem that you did not arrive this morning, and we did. There's a chance that they do seem they might be after me and my dear sister, which is very disconcerting, especially since I don't know the reason for why.
So sorry, I'm really trying to pay attention to your roleplay. And I just see Flight in the corner.
Sorry.
I'm watching Flight 2 this whole time. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't know if she's like trying
But luckily
to
the seats go back.
Yeah, there we go. I'm doing the dance moves for the song that I was singing. We all live.
Wait, what song? What song is
The
it?
song.
Hold on, what song?
So it's a TikTok related thing. Louis Theroux. Yeah. That's why all of us get it, but you might not, is because we've all met on TikTok. But continue with your scene, I will stop dancing.
Hey, look, a kitty!
We are all a bunch of squirrels. I want that for the
Of
record.
course.
Correct! Good
I am
job!
literally on another server called
God dang
ADH
it, no.
Adventures. Okay? Let's be honest with that.
I'm on that one too.
I hold true to it.
Okay.
And that is how I met this wonderful group of people.
Yeah.
Is actually through that channel.
Okay, you guys, back to RP.
Sorry.
Stop being cute.
You were saying something about your sister.
You started this DM.
Yeah, that's why I said stop being cute.
Please, Eleanor.
You were saying something about your sister that got interrupted. Would you mind
I
either
didn't
repeating
realize
that?
I
Or...
needed to I'm sorry. I didn't realize I needed to repeat.
Sorry.
That's all good. It's all good. I was like, simply saying, it's disconcerting because I do not know why they'd be hunting me and my sister. Seeing as how you did not arrive this morning, and we had. And they had said that they were looking for someone who had arrived this morning. So,
Yes, that's
wor-
quite
worries
concerning.
me.
I ask out of an abundance of caution for your sister. Is she your little sister?
Indeed. My darling little sister.
I can tell. Well, and since she has now decided that we must be friends, I do feel that if we are going to remain in the vicinity, that we must act as such, and thus I share concern for her.
Well, that is much appreciated. Thank you, dear lady. Uh, it's always good. She definitely enjoys making friends. It is that is a fact. One an aspect of her that I actually I hope she never loses.
Can I come
She,
up to this conversation at this point?
Yes.
Oh, you want in on this touching moment? Bring it. Come on.
So I'm gonna sort of walk up as you're saying that, and when you like end a sentence, then I'll say words.
Ah, Lady Shadow.
Yes, well, you've struck upon it, haven't you? Our Lady Eleonora and her enormous heart. I have a thought, which I'm sure, and I give a little wink to Nora, I'm sure is surprising for most of you, but if you really do have these sorts of individuals after the two of you, perhaps traveling in a larger group for a little bit might be of pertinence.
Strength in number, as it were.
Yes, as it were. I again give Nora a little wink. I mean,
Well,
we've just met, but at the very least, your sister seems like quite the upstanding citizen. I would hate to see anything happen to her.
Yeah, 'cause you aren't, bitch. Okay, sorry.
Oh no, there's trouble.
No. Time out. Time out. Time out. Right now. Time out. What did I just miss going on between all of you? Because what you guys all were trying to see Flight lose her shit, and she was trying to hide it.
So I started giggling because of massive heart, because in my heart I'm a 12-year-old, and then when Triss said your sister seems like upstanding folk and we wouldn't want anything to happen to her, I was like, it just amused me that she was like, yeah, we care about your sister, but not fucking you. So
appealing to his brotherly nature. Come on.
Seems great.
Thanks so much.
I'm starting to get an idea what the DM thinks of me. It's great. I'm glad I get that knowledge. I'm really glad. Session 1, I know where I stand with the group, with the DM.
Look, Harpin, I will give you a chaos die for putting up with my shit.
There it is.
Everyone else,
And you know what?
everyone else is used to me. You get a chaos die for being
I'm taking that. I'm taking that, and I just clicked my inspiration on my sheet. So I will take that.
Did we need to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this? Is like the more shit we give you, the more it means we love you. Like,
yeah.
Is that just like a disclaimer on that, or?
Pretty much.
No,
I mean,
I've seen enough of the Discord chat to get a little bit of an idea of it.
Yeah,
But,
if you see
I'm
how
loving this group.
myself and Sordex Pen interact with each other,
Yeah,
it's
That
very
is some
good.
hilarious shit right there. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I love him.
so Shadow's trying to present as 100% genuine and concerned. You know, there's a little poke at the well, we're worried about your sister, but it's pretty clearly like a hey, let's come together.
Oh, I know you're
that's
using
what
my
she's trying
sister to try to.
That's
You
what
are
she's
using
trying
my
to
sister
present
to do that.
anyway.
Yeah.
Because we know that in the face of danger, you leave your sister and jump behind the bar. So.
Oh, shit. Mean.
Clearly, you don't know my sister. She was wrecking shop earlier. She was doing pretty damn well on that damage. Let's be clear about that.
I was gonna say it's one of those. You
I
think
didn't
she
do
needs
anything
protection,
at all.
like with
Like,
me?
breathe.
I don't know if this is the new guy getting the shade, or the only
No.
male in the party getting the
Nope,
shade.
neither
Oh,
of
no.
those.
Neither.
There's equal opportunity shade. You're just getting it right now. I promise.
Epic levels right now. I'm
Okay.
also the guy in the corner. I love it how I am the guy in the corner for the stream, and everyone else around me dies in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in a corner, don't you worry. So,
Oh shit. Okay. I'm bringing it in.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay,
Apologies. I'm gonna stop talking now.
we are calm,
That was amazing.
we are cool and collected, and we are
No, we're
going to finish the last 50 minutes of this session as people who actually D&D and not just fuck around. I'm saying that
Alright.
mostly for myself. Alright, so, Sophie has just freed Jaina from falling face first off a fence. And you guys are chatting inside. Sophie and Jaina, are you coming back in at any point, or are you just chatting out there?
I was about to ask Jaina, did you want to come in and clean off? You got mud on you.
Got mud
for the
on your
second
face.
time in the space of 2 minutes. Yes, I would really love that. Are those blokes still inside? Because I didn't want to deal with that again.
Oh, the Minotaurs? No, they all left.
Oh, good.
I guess there was
Okay.
some miscommunication.
Okay, I feel better about myself actually being inside, because I've actually been here a couple days, but only by myself. So if there was
Insight check her. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay.
I mean, if you want to insight check her, you can.
go ahead if you wish.
Says the disembodied voice from the other room.
This is what we
Look.
call in one of my campaigns the metagaming pigeon.
Look, I'll be real with all of you. Aside from the gods that you guys know about, there is one more god that I have in all of my campaigns. It is the religion of the dungeon master, in that the people who are on the world believe that they are just puppets within a game run by giants, and they all worship the DM. The dungeon
This
master.
sounds like some fucking this sounds like some Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy bullshit.
Yeah, probably, but
I
basically,
mean, you make it sound wrong.
basically they all know that they're NPCs, or they know that they're PCs when it's one of those people playing.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, continue as you were, with the knowledge that your world is fourth wall breaking.
No, I'm not gonna roll insight on it.
Okay.
But anyway,
So
Well,
She
I'm gonna wash my face.
she seems like she would know what it means for money to fold.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, for feck's sake.
I was just having a really nice nap.
I'm going to go wash my face now. Do you want to come with me to help me tell if I've gotten all the mud off my skin or not? You wouldn't mind, Sophie?
I go everywhere with you.
of course.
Thank you.
Jiggle, jiggle. It folds. Okay, so you guys are just entering as these guys are chatting. Anything else you wanted to have in this conversation?
This is my hell.
You wrote it! You
I
wrote
did!
it!
I love it, but this is my hell.
Jane, you know, I'm not gonna lie, Beauty, we're gonna have a discussion sometime and compare notes on when we write backgrounds for characters and we give the DM way too much to work with. And they turned it on us on its ugly head and just rip us a new one.
She's not turning it on me. She's doing exactly what she's supposed to in this particular case. But it is
Oh, I know. I just have I've put some serious development and some backstories for some characters in the past, and my
Okay.
DM. Oh,
we will
Well,
talk
just so you know, I am around, so you can talk to me instead of talking to yourself.
Is she suggesting that you don't talk to us?
You know, I might actually appreciate that, except for I doubt I will see you after today.
Jiggle, jiggle!
it folds.
Have you happened to heard a bard at any point in your life singing about money that
Jiggle, jiggling, and folding.
it jiggles instead of folding?
No, it doesn't jiggle, it folds.
Oh, I'm sorry. That does not jiggle, but folds. A song from a bard, please.
Roll history.
Oh, come on, sis, you got this. I believe in you.
That's a 15.
You've definitely heard songs about money. The lyrics feel familiar, but you can't remember.
Ah,
So close.
I don't remember exactly, but I've been a lot of places, so I might have heard it. I just wasn't paying a lot of attention at the time.
That's fair. It's just one of those, you know how you're just going along and then it's like you've got the song in your head that just won't stop playing on repeat.
Jiggle, jiggle!
Yeah.
it folds. I can't help it now.
Now there's another one. Anyway, let's go inside. I'm covered in mud and I've had a day and it's not even 9 a.m.
Yeah, I get that one.
Okay, so you go back inside. You three are having a conversation. Shadow has become a shadow. But you two,
Shadow is just, I believe, just posing to Remy that we all.
Elaborate.
Oh,
Together.
excuse me. Yes.
so yeah, Jada.
I think that might be a fine idea, if you don't mind. And seeing now as we are friends.
He smiles. The almost natural smile he has on his face kind of widens a little bit at that comment and everything. And as Jaina and Sophie come in, he pivots a little, turns and looks at them, and says, "Sophie, how do you feel about traveling together with some of these new friends?" As he looks back over at and I apologize, beloved. How do you pronounce your character's first name?
Eleonora.
Jaina.
Eleonora. I felt like I was butchering it earlier. I apologize.
It's okay. There's some weird vowels in it, but your instinct is
Eleonora.
My brain thought you said beauty, not
and-
beloved.
It's okay.
I legitimately sometimes have an issue with pronunciation, so I wanted to try to make sure I get it right.
I appreciate you
but-
asking.
Eleanor, Shadow have asked if we would like to travel as a group.
That's a great idea. Why don't you come with us, Jaina?
Where are we going?
Lady Jaina, would you like to join us?
It depends. Are our destinations actually congruent?
That's a
Well,
fine question.
in
To whence
our
are you
case,
headed?
This was just a stopping point for right now. As I hint, hint, wink, wink, look at DM, go, tell us where we're going.
Well, for some of you, you do not actually have a specific destination. I.e., Eleonora and Shadow currently do not have a specific destination other than a
Well,
weapon.
we didn't ask.
You're just partway on your journey. Sophie and Remy, you guys are adventuring. So you're on your way to the closest larger city, which would be Orvesta, which has a lot of odd jobs and stuff available there. I'm just going to write that down because I made that up right now.
And good thing I'm doing the same thing.
Orvesta.
Can you spell that for us?
Orvesta.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask it because I am.
And it's a free floating. It's a free floating city, that has a couple of engines on it. So it's only closest at the moment, because it's one of the few cities that specifically moves around as its own ship. So you're currently at their stopping point because it's further away from your most recent destination than it normally would have been, and the people need to have their long rests to re-up their magic. Sometimes getting to Orvesta is quicker from wherever you've come from. Sometimes it's longer. Shadow, Eleanor, you don't have a specific destination. Sophie, Remy, you're going to Orvesta. Jaina, you're just looking for books, so if you were to go to Orvesta, it wouldn't be out of line for what you're doing, but you've been looking in places that other people haven't looked, and that's your kind of thing, is that you don't want to look in the most obvious places.
Well, we're heading to Orvesta, and then wherever else we go, well, we wind up going.
As I signal to my sister, as I just go like this, before I can say a word. You're welcome to join us as we go there. We're, as my sister pointed out, looking to dip our toes in some adventure.
I'm not really what we call the adventurous type, but I am on the search for a certain knowledge that isn't commonplace, I'll say. So there is a very slight chance that I might come across it in your travels. So for now, I would be willing to join this party.
Yay, we have more
Fuck! Jesus Christ, that was loud.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Continue as you were.
Hold down,
You
Nabby.
see a very curious look come across Remy's face towards you, Jaina. As in very, the moment you mentioned the knowledge, that you were looking for a certain type of knowledge and everything, it clearly piqued Remy's interest.
Oh dear.
Especially, oh god, my subclass, you just looking for books and stuff? Oh my god.
Oh
You
no.
don't even know.
You piqued
think
my
you might have made a
personal
bigger
interest, but
I think you made a bigger
Well-
friend of Remy than you made of me.
I mean, I also just curious.
Keep an eye out for the druids on your way. Dreadful lot.
I personally like druids. I've yet to meet a druid that wasn't helpful.
Then you've yet to meet a druid.
Is this Grandpa?
Yeah, this Boris.
Dear Boris, what are you referring? Where are these druids you speak of?
More guests! Boy, food! What? Food?
We've been here.
You're still broken, aren't you, Boris? Yeah. Okay. I didn't
Broken?
mention this. I didn't mention this earlier to you. So these two Loxodon that, well, frankly speaking, are some of the most uncharacteristically charming individuals we've ever met, I may have ever met, aren't actually people. They are, in fact,
Remy, that's rude.
no, they, hold on, sister, hang on now. They're golems,
Okay,
magically
that's significantly
created.
better.
They're magically created golems.
You should have just said that instead.
Yes.
How was you, sister?
Brother.
Well, I've had enough of this place for one lifetime. Shall we depart?
That sounds like a good idea.
Um,
Remy, make sure you pay him for the for what we did take. And what we may have ruined.
Of course, dear sister. I totally do not have the money since I didn't get to steal from that guy.
That's fine.
Actually, I have money. I don't have a lot of money. Because I don't know if we didn't start with any extra on money wise, right?
Nope.
Okay.
You've had enough to travel, and you've got your ticket to the next location, but you were planning on earning money in Orvesta.
Yeah. Apparently, I only have 10 gold. So yeah. That's all it seems that my character thing did for me. I don't know if there was unless I missed something for rolling for money.
No, I haven't organized that yet.
That's all right. Seeing as we are friends now, I'll take care of it, and I leave a silver for each of us.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Boris continues to
Lady
polish
Jaina?
the glass.
Lady Jaina,
Yes.
one little thing. I lean in close to you. You missed a spot. You missed a spot of yoke.
Sophie
right
was
here.
supposed to tell me.
We actually didn't get to go clean you off.
That's, you know what? You're right. Sorry. I'm
You may
usually
have-
not this distracted. Well, kind of.
Jiggle,
It's
jiggle!
okay. I usually am. It's okay. I
Okay.
usually am this distracted. Let's go.
Lady Jaina, why don't you go ahead and get yourself freshened up, and we'll wait for you before we depart.
Thank you. I'm just going to run up to my room real quick and grab my things and splash water on my face.
I like
Oh.
the way you wash your face, home diggity. Gonna wash it up now.
So when she goes upstairs and slams the door shut, she's going to go over and grab Leandris.
Yeah!
We talked about this.
You weren't reading! I was helping!
I appreciate that, but when other people are talking to me, it makes me sound like I'm crazy.
I'm not gonna say anything.
That's a good lad. Now, where's Denica? Denica, sweetheart, where are you?
I'm here. She's still in your shoe.
Okay, you're good. Just stay down there.
Is he gonna start singing again?
I don't know. No, Leandris, you are not going to start singing again.
Wash diggity. Wash it.
I'm going to
But
wash
for-
you
God dang it! I gotta stop.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
okay. We'll stop singing.
No, don't stop. It's great. It's
You
fantastic.
don't. You are not here.
I know I'm not,
Don't
and I
stop.
gotta stop.
Um,
I hate this. I'm sad. I
don't
wish it
stop. Move. No. But, I get to play with your hair.
You are allowed to play with my hair.
Woo! Okay. Well, I'll stop singing. And he kind of rests on your shoulder and starts plaiting a little bit of hair. Okay. Shadow and Eleanor, are you going up to grab your things?
Yes.
Do any of
Yes.
you require assistance?
You're
You're muted.
I'm muted.
No,
Point of order.
Yeah.
No one knows we're staying here.
Correct.
So, Shadow, are you just walking upstairs, or like,
Because we've
I-
established that the people at the bar and stuff are.
I did just tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're golems. Magically constructed
but we
golems.
gave the group the impression that we just walked in for breakfast.
And that you didn't know each other.
That we did.
Well,
I think it
that
came
you-
off
Nora
pretty
and I
clear
don't
that-
know each other.
Yeah, that you guys don't know each other for a while. As in, like, Eleanor
we gave
said...
the impression that we are new acquaintances.
Yeah, that you guys met on a boat.
Okay.
Or at least that's what Eleanor did. I don't know if you were there
I
for
don't
that
know.
conversation.
I don't know that I probably was in the bathroom. Sorry. Nora, I don't know that I would move to go up to our room unless you did. Actually, I think probably what I would do is while the conversations are happening, because neither of us have been super involved in all of that, I would probably sort of surreptitiously sort of pull her to the side to have a sort of side quiet conversation. Can we do that?
Stealth check. To see if you're going unheard by the other two.
Okay.
Do
Sure.
I get to roll up? Do I get to roll a perception?
We'll see what she rolls first.
Copy that.
Hang tight.
You know what really stunk about that sleight of hand check before was the fact that I rolled a 7. My modifier also additional is the same. It was a 7 too. And I'm like, God dang it! I have a great stat.
Okay. Can you roll above a 28 for perception?
No.
Give me a second.
I'll let
Not
you.
even with
I'll
an
let
at
you
20.
try.
I would like to invoke the D&D law of, can we check Triss's stats, because this seems broken that she's rolling so damn high, because no one has rolled as high as Triss has, and I'm playing a goddamn optimized character and I can't roll that high. Like, holy crap.
I mean, I played a rogue in a one-shot recently, and I had like a plus 12 to stealth at level
I have a
5.
plus 10. I have a plus 10 to my stealth.
My
When I
stealth
go to
is
stealth,
pretty
it's gonna
damn
be
high,
great.
and my initiative is really damn high because I took a feat instead of a.
You took that. You took that feat. You took that.
I took a feat
and it's
instead of
great.
a stat boost, so that's why I'm rolling as high as I did, and I also rolled a natty 20.
Oh, no wonder you got that. Oh, there's no way I can do this.
And I have just checked her stats, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
she
just saying.
Did I add
Oh,
wrong?
it's-
I'm
She's
really
legit.
bad at adding.
No, no,
If I
no.
added wrong, please
You are,
call me
you
on
are
flight.
fine. You are
No,
Okay.
you're fine.
You're good.
You're fine. It's just a little. You've gotten some
Yeah.
big numbers.
Next session, she's gonna roll shit. That's how it works.
Yep, that is 100% how it works. Like mark it, like pay attention to it.
Nah,
Or maybe
no,
sometime during the next combat, she's gonna roll like ass, because that's another
Or
D&D
like
hack.
like 3 natty ones in a row or something.
Absolutely.
RG,
I mean-
Jesus loves you.
Okay.
Well, there's that.
My rogue character has a plus 9 to sleight of hand and stealth, so it's not.
It's
Okay.
not impossible.
So you guys are what are you saying in your side conversation?
Yeah, so I'll pull her aside as they're chatting and stuff, and I'll just say well, I mean, I know that it's kind of just been the two of us, but if it is us they were looking for, being in a group that is larger than 2 wouldn't be bad, right?
I suppose there is strength in numbers.
I mean, in reality, I defer to you, Your Highness, but I think it would be good when we leave here, wherever it is we're going to go, just sort of follow along with the group, and I'll sneak in and grab our things and meet us wherever.
That sounds like a well thought plan.
Well,
These aren't the most inconspicuous of companions, but
no.
I think having some company might do us some good.
Well, it's at least numbers, if anything else.
Yeah, they're inconspicuous for Shadow because Shadow fits in. They're not inconspicuous to you, Eleonora, because you're at least like 4 inches taller than the next one down. But so you're all exiting the building then? Or
Yeah.
yep.
Well, I did offer the ladies if they required acquired any assistance in their belongings or anything that I would assist.
Okay. So
As a gentleman.
Jaina, did you take him up on getting your stuff for you?
No, I ran upstairs before he offered, and also was dealing with the mud on my face. So
Fair enough.
I don't have that much, so I'm just gonna grab whatever I have
Cool.
and come back down. Like, all right, I'm
Well,
ready.
I turn to Eleanor and Shadow and ask if where are you staying so we can make sure and acquire your belongings, unless you have everything for you.
Don't worry about that at all. I will handle that. Where are we headed?
Well, as my darling sister mentioned previously, we are heading to meet up with the boat to head toward Ora Vista. And from there, meet up and head towards there to find work. If you so inclined.
Yes.
Is that in a general OA direction that we want to be going?
Yeah, well, it'll be towards the docks. It's just to the boathouse, basically. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should clarify. Away from the place that we are
so
not wanting to be.
Orvesta is one of the few floating cities that has its own, like, flying system. So it doesn't stay put, but currently it is heading away.
Okay. Cool.
Out of character, that sounds like a really great thing for you guys.
So when he says that, then I put a big smile
out
on my
of
face.
character.
That sounds.
Out of
Oh, I
character.
know. No, what I'm saying, what you said where we were going, and I put a big smile on my face and go, that sounds absolutely delightful. If you'll simply tell me where it is, this ship is, I shall meet you there in, shall we say, half hour?
Certainly. Sounds splendid.
Wonderful.
So you give her the information on where to meet you, and
of course.
Jaina, you probably come down by this point after having a discussion with your mysterious voices that no one knows about.
I so want to know. I so want to know. I'm so...
You're never going to know. No one will ever know.
Don't do this to me! Your character is crazy insane, and I'm loving every minute of it. Oh,
I'm not insane.
You're not insane, but everything about around your character is so intriguing. I'm just so drawn in by it.
You are drawn in by the egg on her face.
I am. Yes.
I want to know more.
Okay, so
can I like that Jane deserves a chaos dice for that? Just for that. I don't know. It just seems appropriate.
For now, I will just say that Jaina comes down. Remy and Sophia and Eleonora are all heading off. Or is
Shadow about the time she's coming down.
Mm-hmm.
I give Eleonora a kind of stay with them kind of look, and I head off, and I'll make a big circle around and climb in my window.
Lovely. So you guys head off towards the docks. And this town has really only been populated by people waiting for this next boat. So as you guys walk towards the docks, you see a flood of other people coming out of various taverns and inns and all of that sort of stuff, heading towards the same docks that you guys are. As you get there, you see a massive airship. It is twice the size of the island that you are staying on currently. It is huge, and around the rim, so you can see a normal kind of ship shape, at the near lowest point that would sit above water, if the boat was in water, is a platform that you can see, with about a spacing of about 10 feet between them. All the way around is just a group of wizards with their hands on magic crystals, which underneath, as they go underneath the platform, seem to be creating a levitating field that's keeping the ship up. So they circled the entire ship. This ship is just pulling into dock, but it lowers itself slowly next to it until the deck of the ship is level with the ground, and they start making preparations to put the plank across. Are you guys doing anything?
I mean, Sophie's just like bouncing around excited that she has friends and they're all going to be joining her.
This boat will have been bigger than the last one that you were on. It's not the biggest boat you've ever seen, because you have come from a land-bound nation, and they generally get quite large ships doing like trade going to and from. But it's one of the largest passenger ones you've seen. Yes.
So there's 5 of us counting Shadow, and Eleonora it was?
Yes.
Okay. You might have to correct me, I'm a little difficult with names. So we've got 5
Well, you said
of
it
us.
perfectly fine. Yes,
Oh,
Shadow will be
oh.
joining us in a moment. She's grabbing our things.
So there's 5 of us. Are we going to try and bunk all in the same cabin since we're all as a group? Or are we going to try and get rooms next to us? And if so, how many rooms are we going to be going for?
So, Sophie and Remy, you already have tickets for a shared room.
Yep.
Oh, also, side note, Shadow, when you go back in, are you picking up the money that was left on the table for the Loxodon?
How much was it?
It was 5 silver pieces.
How long have we been there?
Few hours. Oh, you guys stayed like the past couple of days, but the Loxodon didn't know you were there.
So it's Eleanor that put it there.
And others. Pretty sure at
No,
least.
it was just Eleanor. She covered you
Oh, it
guys.
was
No, it's
just
in our
Eleanor.
it's in our room. It's in our room.
I want to be
not downstairs.
perfect. Oh, sorry, my bad.
It's okay, no worries.
No, this is the stuff that's on the counter. There's no money upstairs.
Oh, I thought it was what was upstairs. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, I'll take that.
Very cool.
I'm kicking myself for not grabbing it.
I'll sleight of hand if you want.
Nah.
You don't have to.
You're already gone. You're by yourself. You're by
Okay.
yourself. You got this.
You take it.
I mean, DM, whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you take it, and immediately Boris goes, "More guests! Food! What
Sure.
food?
Why not?
Food!" So if you want to stay there for 10 minutes and get the food that's coming, you get a sack of food to take with you, as well as
Yeah.
that 5 silver you just stole.
100%. Yeah,
Um,
this poor place. Oh my gosh. But yes, 100%.
All good. And you exit out of the building, and you meet up with them in the line, and you realize 2 of you have tickets for this ship. 3 of you don't.
We'll get there.
Okay. Jaina.
So,
All I'm
Yes.
thinking of is the Indiana Jones movie, the last one, the third movie with them on the airship. No ticket. All I can think
yes,
of
DM.
What were you about to say before I interrupted you with background
Oh, I
stuff?
was just gonna ask Shadow about rooming arrangements.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, because I mean, I'm probably 15, 20 minutes behind you guys. So you guys have been standing in line or whatever. So I don't know how getting tickets for a ship like this. Well, Triss doesn't know. Shadow probably knows, but I don't.
There is a Ticketmaster area with 3 different little Ticketmaster people, each with their own line. But most people have come, this is like their second half of their journey, so they already have tickets for the second half of it. Some people are like, they've been here longer, so they only bought the ticket to here knowing that the ship was going to come afterwards. But there is a line.
Okay, well, when I approach everybody, if they're just kind of hanging around waiting for me, yeah, Jaina, you were going to talk to me.
Shadow, welcome back. So we were talking about rooming situations.
Yes.
The siblings have tickets already for a shared room, but since we're going together, would you mind if I was rooming with the 2 of you, or would you prefer me to just get a separate cabin, just close to the vicinity?
Well, I look at Eleonora.
Lady Jaina,
I certainly
if
don't
you
care.
wish, you could
But
share.
it would be up to the comfort of my lady here.
Did you just say "my lady" out loud?
When you say that, I turn full on to you.
No, I mean, this is me out of character saying that.
It's
Sorry,
out
I
of character,
apologize.
you're sure? Okay.
It was out of character. Did you just say "my lady"?
I did.
Okay. Remy catches that. But I say nothing.
I'm waiting for I'm waiting for Nora to respond.
Oh, Posh, if a room is the best option, perhaps there's also some sort of hostel shared accommodations that might be more economical, but I'm open to whatever is available.
Ladies,
Miss Jaina, I think that would be lovely.
Alright, so it's like the 3 of us together in one room and the siblings together in another. Very well.
Well, I suppose if you can put up, I give a little brush. I suppose if you can put up with the fur, it'd be all right.
I've put up with worse, trust me.
Well,
right, I will go get in line for our tickets.
You get
and I will make sure that one of us pays her or whatever for our share of it.
Okay. Hello. Are you looking for a ticket?
Yes, I am, my dear. I need 3 tickets for a shared room, if possible.
Oh, let me check what we have available. Oh,
I'm afraid she's gonna pull out a knife and slit your throat or something.
We have 3 rooms for 3 available. We have the cheap seats, which is not really a room. You just buy a seat on the ship and you get to sit down occasionally. And that is 3 copper. We have the boarding room, which is a room, and it has beds, but no window. And that will be 3 silver. Or we have the executive suite, which actually has 6 beds, but people like to change it up when they get in there, and that is 1 platinum. It has a balcony and breakfast included.
I will be right back.
Okay, I will have these beds held while I wait for you to respond.
Thank you. She will return to Shadow and Eleonora and present the 3 options. And which did you prefer?
A chair, a room, or a premium suite with a balcony.
think we
You said
must
they
go
had a-
by-
Your granny ticket holder is gonna stab somebody. I'm so scared of your granny fucking ticket holder. Holy shit.
Oh no.
Who said she was a granny? She's just got a soft voice.
Then I'm
She sounds
scared
adorable.
shitless of this woman.
I'm glad I'm the one that went to the tickets master. So I think it's just mostly a matter of affordability. Which one would you prefer the three of us to split costs on?
You, excuse me. You said there was a room with 3 beds. Is that right?
3 beds, no windows. Or 6 beds, window, a balcony, and meals included.
Oh,
For
6
that.
beds seems excessive if the siblings already have one.
I would
Yeah.
agree. Privacy, yet not excessive.
Alright, then we will do the medium one.
Alright. What was the cost on that? Tris forgot.
3
Three
silver.
Over.
Just a
Right,
heads up.
I'll take 2. I'll take 2 of the silver out of my pocket that I pulled off the counter and hand them to Jaina.
Lovely. Just so that you're aware, in case of fire, inferno, storm, or flood, we will not be saving you. It is unto yourself to try and get free.
And now you understand why I'm freaked out by the fucking ticket holder.
There,
The triumph. I'm making
Jaina
a
looks
note
over at the
here.
side of the ship. Jana looks at the side of the ship and looks at the name of it, the Titanic. Interesting.
So
we have lifeboats available, obviously, but they will fill up as they fill up, and if you get trapped in your room, that's your own business.
All right, we'll take the 3 silver one. Thank you.
Thank you. Make sure that you get in quick, because we do not want you to get one that locks from the outside.
Oh shit.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Enjoy your flight, and I hope nothing tragic happens to the ship.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, do I?
Thank you. Thank you. I called that shit.
Merry,
Who has fly in their spellbook?
merry tidings. I hope that you don't die.
Thank you.
And she goes on to serve the next person in a completely normal voice. Hello, how are you? I will buy. We have these tickets
Arvin,
available.
this is your fault. You know it, right?
And to be fair, that's what I used to do when I worked retail. Everyone
What?
would get a different accent.
I hope you don't die.
I do the exact thing.
You know what you actually sound like? You sound close to? You sound really close to the AI from Half-Life. Your voice sounds
I-
You sounded like Gladys from Portal.
Guys, I have an AI voice. and This is not my AI voice. If you want to hear my AI,
AI
This is a
voice.
triumph.
Hi there.
Making a note here. Huge success.
hello
Damn.
and welcome to the
That was very
Legionnaire.
good.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Oh, that was good.
Anyway, I'll show you my AI voice later when I'm when I'm
Drunk.
helping
We
you.
need to do it when we've all been drinking.
When you're what?
Come on, drunken AI voices are the
Oh
best.
no.
Hello.
That sounds.
Hey, so we could almost
Concerning.
doom ship
The
and
Titanic, here we go. Woohoo!
Hello
Little
and
girl
welcome
thing.
to the Titanic.
I think I'm
Is
going
that
to
a right
stay
thing?
on the deck for the entirety of the voyage. That just feels like a good feeling in my heart for some reason.
Okay.
Anyone else?
On the deck?
With
We're
that,
staying-
as you-
We're staying in the emergency lifeboats.
As
We're
you-
staying in.
as you board the ship that you see does not have nearly enough lifeboats. We are going to end the session there for today. With me creeping the fuck out of all of you.
God damn.
Lovely.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Can I start this out by calling out Flight on her BS from the beginning of the thing, saying she's not that good at accents? oh, she's not gonna bring out anything great or anything.
I
I'm gonna
didn't.
call out your BS
Yeah,
on an
no.
episode.
What do you mean I'm not
We
gonna bring
fell-
out anything
We fell in
great?
love with Boris. We fell in love with Gertrude. We were terrified of the ticket
And
holder.
Harpin, it only gets worse from here. I guarantee it.
Look,
Flight, it's not just me who says this stuff.
It's
I don't
the
doubt
problem
nothing
is
there.
the
Damn.
problem is that I don't maintain the accents across episodes. So
gonna be
I know
hilarious
any DM who does.
Pretty much.
all right,
All right.
I love you all.
Okay.
I have been.
This was amazing. Thank you.
I'm
Thank
really
you so
glad.
much.
I'm really glad that this went well. It seems. I'm sure we'll talk about more things later, but this has been the first episode of Rulis Legacy. I look forward to seeing where it goes because this seems very fun. And you guys are a fantastic group. I've been Flido Chaos. Feel free to join our Discord server. I've chucked the thingo in there a couple of times. And we've also got games on Friday, which is Erectune Rising, and Ritz streaming her Final Fantasy X playthrough on Mondays. Thank you, Triss, for not this background, but the Erectune Rising background. She is friggin' awesome. I'll pass over to Crazy Gamer Lady.
Hey guys, I have been the Crazy Gamer Lady. You can find me on TikTok. You can also find me every other Saturday on ADH Adventures, playing Ikasi the Lizard Folk Druid on Unlicensed Magic War Crimes. I have been your Crazy Halfling Lady, Sophie Hornwood. And I hope to see y'all next week.
Woo! A drop of beauty.
Hello, today I have been Jaina, your not crazy and totally not hearing voices, just regular run-of-the-mill plain Jane. And yeah, you can find me on the TikToks as a drop of beauty or as Yori Nefeli on the Discord. Moving on over to Eleonora.
Oh. Hello. I have been Eleonora, the tall one for once in my life.
We need to stop talking when Flight is drinking.
Yeah, that would be helpful, thank you. Stop being funny! Alright, continue talking.
You can find me at Amada Beloved on TikTok or actress_Amelia on Instagram. Or if you're in the LA area, come to Hollywood this Saturday night or next Friday night and see me play a dead girl in No One Comes to See Us Anymore.
Awesome.
I wish I could. I really wish I could.
Shadow. Triss. Whoever you are.
I am Triss Joy. You can find me on both TikTok and Twitter sometimes at Triss_Joy. And my most recent project, actually I forgot to mention this at the beginning. My most recent project came out about a week ago on Audible. I narrated a book of poems called Sunset Moonrise by Maria Hareki. And
Woo!
it is lovely poems, and you can hear my voice on there. So check it out. And this has been absolutely lovely. You guys are quite wonderful.
And finally, Romy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Keep on Harpin, and although this is my first time streaming, and this is where you will find me on Wednesday nights now on this wonderful channel, I do have myself tagged pretty much as Keep on Harpin on most social medias. Branding, it's important. However, that branding is almost non-existent for any content except this wonderful place. So thank you so much to all of my fellow players and to our wonderful DM for my introduction into mayhem.
Yes.
And thank all of you wonderful people who came and watched us today. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Love you all.
Woo! And we hope you continue to keep on watching, whether or not that's us or the game streaming on Mondays or Erectune Rising, which was our original game that we had on here, run by the wonderful Sword Pen. Or we're also, every second week, we're also going to be having Planetscape. I forgot. Escape to the Void, or Escape of the Void. You'll see it when we get here. They had their session 0 yesterday, and apparently it went really well. So they're gonna be doing it every second week. So, yeah. Other than that, thank you guys for coming. I look forward to seeing you all some of the time. For now, let chaos reign. Brr.
Let chaos reign.